Okay, let me get up here. Where am I at? All right, there we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Dream Tarot. I'm going to be doing a all signs reading for you today. We're going to be talking about what you need to know at this exact moment. Any messages that need to come out for you, we're going to get into that right now. Let me change the microphone. Hold on. Okay, that should be good. And we're good. All right, how is everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing fine. I want to start off with Pisces since it is still Pisces season. So we're going to start off with Pisces and then we're going to jump into the rest of the signs. I'm going to get started, guys, because, I really don't have anything else to say. All right, so let's start with Pisces. All right, so this is a message for Pisces and Pisces placements. What do you need to know right now? Give me one card for Pisces. What do they need to know at this time? For all of my Pisces watching. What is it that my Pisces feminines and masculines, Pisces and Pisces placements, what do they need to know at this time? What do they need to know at this time? Sorry if y'all can hear the kids outside, okay? All right, Pisces, let me pull up your message really quickly and then we'll get into it and I'll show it to you in just a second. This is number 27. All right, Pisces, you got the card of walking away. Okay, so you have walking away. This is about letting go and moving on. This card shows someone walking away from an existing situation. She is closing the gate behind her and is walking away into a misty, unknown future. This card upright reveals that it could be time for you to make a similar decision. There may be something that you finished with, perhaps a career, goal, a relationship, or a long term experience of any kind. The familiarity of the situation may be enticing, but you're now ready to look at your options on the open road ahead. In reality, an important new beginning is at hand. This card also indicates that now would be a good time to let go of an old habit, emotional pattern, or a false belief. No matter how deeply ingrained a negative pattern may be, you now have the power to release it and move on to a freer, healthier way of thinking and relating to yourself and others. Whether it's in your inner or outer world, this card is telling you that you have the readiness and resources to walk away from the old and move forward now. And your affirmation for this card, Pisces, is it is safe and comfortable for me to move on. I consider all my options and then take action on my own behalf. All right. So that's what I have for your opening message. Now let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right, so this is for Pisces. Thank you, guys. That's so nice. Thank you. All right, give me some messages for my Pisces and Pisces placements. What do they need to know right now? What do they need to know right now? Give me some messages for Pisces. What do they need to know right now? All right, really nice, Pisces. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. And I also see the Sun card. So you're moving towards a more positive outcome or a positive environment. Could even be more positive connections coming your way. I definitely feel like with the Sun energy and the Queen of Cups, it's telling you that it's okay to open up your heart. It's okay to lead with love. You may be more receptive to things now that finally a chapter is closing for you. Maybe when you were still going through the outs of this situation, you could have had a lot of opportunities coming towards you that you didn't feel emotionally ready for. So now I see that you're emotionally ready for new things. You could be finding interest in old hobbies, like creative hobbies that you could have put down for a moment. If you were an artist, if you like to make music, you like to write poetry, maybe you like to make candles, you like to cook food. You're finding interest in those hobbies again because your heart is open. It's like that heart chakra is just ringing for you. Okay. And you also are going to be open to new emotional connections. So this is a good time for you to call in love, call in new friendships, maybe even call in stronger family connections your way as well. All right. So I see you being very pleased with an outcome. It could have been a long time coming, but finally things are moving up for you in a positive way. The cards coming out for you, Pisces, we have the Three of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Star. Okay. All right. So starting off with that Three of Cups, I definitely feel like this is a time for you to celebrate. You should celebrate moving on successfully from a hardship or from a toxic environment or from something that just was not for your highest good. So it's definitely a time to celebrate. It's also a time where you'll be reconciling with friends. Okay. So there's friendships coming towards you, people that you have experienced before. There are friendships coming back towards you because you and this person or these people are aligned. Like maybe you guys had to go through hardships separately. There had to be this energy of independently dealing with my stuff. And now this is a good time to come back in. So don't be surprised if you get a message, a DM, a call, a text from an old friend. I also see that very conveniently you're being invited to party more. Okay. You could be invited to certain celebrations, birthday parties, events, out to the lounge, out to the club, out to the bar, maybe house parties. And it feels very convenient because now you're actually feeling positive and you're feeling emotionally sound to actually partake in these things without self destructing. Okay. So I do see you having some drinks. You could be doing some dancing, listening to music, you're socializing, bouncing around the room. There's an energy of group environments or group efforts coming towards you. I see you finding a lot of people compatible now. Maybe in the past, it wasn't the right timing for love, for friendship, even for family. And I see now that you're more open to this and you're going to be having a ton of fun. There's a lot of celebration. If you are ending a really tough chapter, I definitely see you celebrating that with the Three of Cups. Tell me about the Three of Cups for my Pisces. Oh, Lord, I can't with you guys. You guys are making me blush, seriously. All right, let's see. Three of Cups. All right, we have the King of Wands. Something very interesting about you being in these celebrations, you could be the initiator. So you could be like the self-starter, the activator in these social scenes. You may be like the life of the party with the King of Wands. You also could be initiating a lot of the turn-ups, okay? So you could be throwing a party of your own, or you're convincing maybe a group of your friends or people to come together to celebrate. But I definitely see you being the initiator here. All right. And there's also a very attractive energy that you're giving off. So you're attracting positive connections, but you're also attracting lively connections. People who know how to turn up, people who know how to have a good time, people who don't take life so seriously. So look out for that. Okay. Let's see what else is here. My light is flickering. All right, let's see. Give me some more messages for my Pisces with the Three of Cups. All right, High Priestess. Interesting energy. So you go from being the leader, the initiator, the life of the party to also still having some mystery about yourself. It's almost like you only want to talk about forward movement. Okay. So even if old friends are coming back into your life or you're meeting new people while you're out and about celebrating, you don't want to talk about the past. And if someone does bring up the past in any way, you kind of like shut down or you don't give up much information about this with the High Priestess being here. Okay. Hmm. But when it comes to forward movement, new things, new opportunities, what's new in your life, you're an open book. But when it comes to like past things, that's something that you don't want to talk about. Not that you're hiding it, but it's very sacred to you because it was not a positive time. So it's like I don't even want to revisit that energy. You could be really big on energy as well with the high priestess. Even if you're going into really fun, uplifting environments, you tend to be attracted to the leaders, the go-getters, the motivated people, the people who set goals versus the people who are just at the party wasting their life away, drinking nonstop, waste men type of energy. So I definitely see that. You definitely are protecting yourself even as you're going into the outer world or you're having a good time. And you're being very protective about what you share about your past because your past could be something that you don't want to revisit. Okay. So even if you have old friends coming towards you and they want to know what happened with so and so, oh, you moved from that place. Why did that happen? You're just not wanting to get into it. It's not important. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing here. You're all about forward movement with the Chariot. You're all about what's to come, what you're moving towards, your progress, your momentum, moving forward and not looking back. All right. You also have the Ace of Pentacles here. So there could be a seed that's going to be dropped in your life. This could be a seed of a new relationship. This could be a seed of a new job or a new industry. This could be new friendship, new family connections, something of that sort that's going to grow for you. Something that has the energy of longevity and permanence. Okay, so it's just the beginning stages, but it looks very promising with the Ace of Pentacles. What is that for my Pisces? Tell me what that is for Pisces. What is that for Pisces? Give me some messages. What is that for Pisces? All right, Knight of Swords. Could be an opportunity that you could have procrastinated on. Again, I feel this energy of like you weren't ready for certain things emotionally. Okay, whatever that means. It could have been a project, a passion of yours. It could have been like, opening up your family, whatever that means. It could have been love, friendship. So now it feels like you're taking advantage of some type of opportunity that's coming to you. This could be coming after you feel like you've gotten some fairness, some good karma that came your way. Maybe you waited for the scales to balance out in your life. Maybe you waited till you got the truth or a revelation about something. Maybe you waited until a legal case was over with and it worked out in your favor. Now you're ready to take direct action with the Knight of Swords, and you have a lot of clarity about your next moves. So you kind of feel more confident to go after this, especially with the King of Wands. So this was an opportunity that you felt like maybe it's just not meant for me this lifetime or not this season, but I see that you're going to be able to grab that before it exits your life. Okay, so really good. It's definitely not going to be a missed opportunity for you. So really nice. Like if you were wondering, the door is still open for some type of opportunity that you could have procrastinated to jump at. Yet a Magician, you have a lot of influence right now. So again, things that you felt like maybe you missed out on, you haven't really missed it yet. It's about taking action in today's time. And I still see that this is something that you can manifest or some type of desire that's going to come true for you. So whatever you're calling in, whether you want forward movement in your career, you're wanting to up your finances, maybe you're wanting to open up your family, create a family, maybe you're wanting love, it's still on the cards for you. It hasn't left your life and you haven't missed that opportunity. You could be taking part of that this month before this month is over. Could have been something that you pushed away initially because, again, you just were not emotionally ready. But now you're feeling very healed, especially with the star being your last card. I feel like you've done some healing. You could have done some rejuvenation. With that Pisces energy, this has something to do with water, okay? So this could be like, spiritual baths, going to the ocean. This could be drinking tea. Something with water could be very healing or restoring for you. Dehydration as well. If you've been very dehydrated, I feel like you're getting that under the wraps as well. So you may also be having less migraines or less headaches this month or the rest of this month. Also, your skin, like your aesthetic is very beautiful. Your skin is becoming very clear. So you could have healed like an acne situation, okay? Maybe that has something to do with your diet. Also, when it comes to your health, if there was a health concern, that could be getting better for you as well. As you see that you have healed yourself, or you've been really partaking in your healing journey and not pushing it away, you're going to become more popular in the same sense with that star. There's a lot of fame or notoriety or visibility coming your way. So your pictures could be pushed out on the algorithm more, or people are just kind of recognizing you out and about. New people are coming up to you and they're being very shameless about sparking conversation. So there's a lot of beautiful things with this star energy. You also could be having a miracle that comes in when you least expect it with the star. Like when you lost faith about something, that could be the Ace of Pentacles, a new relationship, or a new job offer, or this could be even like a business. You're starting a business, you're turning your passion into a business. Something is coming through for you when you kind of lost faith. Emperor definitely could be something about business or just work, stepping into a really big leadership position. You also could be breadwinning during this time. So you may have a lot more money than your peers, your family, just naturally. You also could be attracting a very healed leader into your life, someone who's very healed. Could be masculine or feminine, doesn't matter. It could be an Aries or not, doesn't matter. It feels like this is someone who will help you with your responsibilities in life. And if this is you, Pisces, you are becoming more responsible. You could be getting a bigger role, but you also are going to get more freedom. This could be freedom within your schedule, but this also could be freedom to express yourself. And this also could be financial freedom coming towards you as well. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles. Maybe you've had months where you just had to penny pinch, you had to stack your money. It wasn't really a time where you could show out. You almost had to save everything that you were getting. You didn't feel really comfortable to spend or to indulge, and that is coming to an end. And again, there's something that you've been working on for a long time that's finally sprouting for you. A seed is finally growing for you at this time. So it's almost like you're going to look back and you're going to be so happy that you didn't settle, okay? Because usually with the Seven of Pentacles, requires a lot of patience and a lot of time. And some people rather have instant gratification. You know, I'm dating this person, but I don't really know how they feel about me. It's very confusing. It's very effed up, but I don't want to wait for true love. So I'm just going to settle. I feel like you didn't do that. You didn't settle. And because of that, what you're about to get is very huge or grand. And it also shows that you've healed as well. A lot of you guys didn't take part in opportunities, connections, situations because you felt like you needed more healing. And because you waited it out, your outcome is much grander than the person who would have been going for instant gratification. All right. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. That's what you need to know at this time. All right. Thank you, Pisces. All right, since we started from the bottom, let's just keep going up from the bottom. I hope that's okay with everybody. I know some people are not going to like that, but let's go ahead and move on to Aquarius. All right. And guys, I started with Pisces because someone from my Instagram DM'd me and asked me to start from Pisces. So I was like, why not? You know, closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're wondering why we're going backwards today. All right, this is for Aquarius and Aquarius placements, Aquarius masculines and feminines alike. What do you need to know at this time? What do my Aquariuses, my Aqua gang, what do they need to know at this moment? Give me some messages. What do they need to know at this time? Give me some messages for Aquarius. All right, 1 second. All right, Aquarius, you got the card of financial constraints. This is the card of restrictions concerning your money. This card shows an old-fashioned safe with little money, but lots of cobwebs and dust. Money might be tight at this time, so rein in your spending. and be circumspect about your financial requirements in your life. This is not a time of indulgence, so be aware of what's really important and consciously choose your expenditures. There's a big difference between what you need and what you want. This card is telling you to take care of your needs and bide your time. Things will get better, but for now, be willing to live more conservatively and always value money and the good things you already have. And your affirmation for that card is I can move through any cycle with dignity and awareness. I am open to receiving increasing wealth. Money moves to and through my life, bringing benefits to all. All right. So could be a time right now, Aquarius, where you just feel like your money is just a little bit tighter. Will it always be this way? No. But when life does hand us this card, we just know that we need to plan, budget, and save a little bit better than we have been. All right. You could have recently went overboard with the spending. Maybe a big shopping spree. Maybe your eyes were bigger than your stomach in the grocery store. Maybe you had to pay back bills that were late. And so this is just teaching you something about your money habits. It's not to condemn you. It's not that the world is ending. It's like, I shouldn't do that again. And with that wisdom that you have, you're more prone to not repeat that process and not land yourself back into financial jail, right? So let's see, what is it that my aquas need to know at this time? Give me some messages for Aquarius. What is it that my Aquariuses need to know at this time? All right, we have the devil on the bottom of the deck, and we also have the Six of Wands. You could have been spending to keep up with the Joneses. I'm not going to lie to you, Aqua. I'm going to be so transparent and real with you. There's something about keeping up with the Joneses with the Six of Wands and the devil. This could be like even being influenced by your very materialistic friends. You could have some friends or family or even a partner around you that's super materialistic, or it could be like putting on a facade for social media, trying to do it big because all eyes are on them, and that could have rubbed off into you. So it's almost something about your social circle or your environment that causes you to also overindulge when you don't really need to. One thing that you need to know, Aquarius, is that you never needed to spend to fit in or even to show out. You show out all on your own, okay, without having to dip into your pocket. You never needed to be that person, okay? So that's something that you need to know. We do have the King of Swords here. So this is a time to strategize and plan ahead, even plan ahead for the month of April, what I will not repeat and what I need to do to make sure that I'm in a good financial standing. This is also a time that you really need to dig deep into your Aquarius coded detachment. All right. So detachment from influences that cause you to step outside of yourself and put you in a bind. All right. Detachment here. Also, if you were overindulging, that means that you are very attached to something. Okay. So whatever that is, say you're just a big foodie and you've been, going out to eat every day of the week, no care in the world, Uber eating every other day. There's something here that's saying, hey, maybe I need to detach from that for a while, and that just needs to be gone. So I need to delete Uber Eats right away, expeditiously. I need to let that go. Or if my friends always want to go to the very expensive restaurants to eat, I'm just going to have to decline, maybe even eject myself from the group chat. Okay. So it's telling you to detach from something that could be financially draining, something that you overindulged in, something that you know that you need to restrict because you lost control. All right. So that's what that is saying. Let's clarify that King of Swords. Clarify the King of Swords for my aquas. This is also like clearly saying no, setting strong boundaries, telling people what you will and will not do. Being Aquarius is humanitarian, which is very generous energy, okay? And maybe you've been too generous to where you have little for yourself. And so you may have to learn how to say no very directly so that no one can bend your boundaries. What's the King of Swords for my aquas? Six of Cups. All right. Almost feel like you spent on nostalgia, which is interesting. Okay. So that's interesting. Okay. You could be spending on comfort. I don't know what that is. Something like that makes you think of childhood, something that brings you a lot of comfort, like food does sometimes. Could be like even shows, subscriptions. I don't know. You spent on nostalgia. You also could have recently reconciled or reconnected with someone who is very materialistic, or this person just tends to run up some debt. Like they're spending money, they're spending that bag. They always got the latest fashions on, but this person also could have a whole rack of debt that you do not align with. So that's interesting. Six of Cups came out. It's like coming around someone again, or an environment that you used to be in has definitely defeated your finances this month. But you also too, like this could be buying things like, say your mom, used to cook in certain pots and pans, and these pots and pans, the whole set is $600. To feel closer to your mom, you bought those pots and pans when you really could have just, not gotten them. It's okay. We'll find other ways to connect with mom, right? So there's something like that. Let's see. You could have spent on something that's like cute and cuddly, but at the end of the day, did we really need that? Okay, let's see. Also spending on your children, okay? So that, of course, is like, who is to tell anyone not to spend on their children? But it's a thing of like overdoing it. Something was definitely overdoing it, tipping the scale, and Christmas hasn't even come yet, right? So we're just dialing back on that. I also see a lot of spending on healing. Okay, so you could have been racking up healing, like lots of massages, maybe going to a specialist. That could have really worn your pockets. Of course, if it's something that is required for your health, then, expenses, there's no expense that you wouldn't pay for that. But when it comes to maybe just frivolity, like carelessly, I'm going to go to yoga, then carelessly, I'm also going to go to the sound bath, then I'm also going to pay for Reiki, then I'm also going to go to this retreat all in 1 month is a little overkill. Okay. So there's something like that here. You also could have spent a lot on skincare, like your aesthetics, hair, nails, barber trips, tattoos. Okay. It's a little bit much, but it's okay. We learn from that, right? We live and we learn. So that's something that you're like thinking the end of this month, I'm not going to do that again. And I think that's very wise. Okay. Now with the Magician in the energy of detachment, right? Because there's something about instant gratification. Once you get something and you didn't really wait it out, you tend to detach from it very easily. I can buy those pots that my mom used to cook in. That makes me feel closer to her. But once I get them and I cook in them, it's not really that exciting anymore. So in that detachment, you're able to manifest with the Magician more money to you. And I feel like the universe sees that you've learned a lesson very quickly. So they're able to replenish your finances very fastly. All right. You have a lot of power or influence to manifest a new narrative the end of this month and moving into April. Tell me about the Magician. With the Magician too, financially, this talks about exhausting all of your resources before getting new things. So even if it came to a really high grocery bill, this could be like making sure that you're looking through your pantry, looking through your freezer, your fridge before making that shopping trip. Really having to see, what do I have around me that I can utilize before going out and getting new. Tell me about the Magician. Someone said, I've been spending bad, Dream. It's all good. It's okay. It's okay. Tell me about the Magician. Four Swords. Okay. Definitely reflect. There's this great practice. Like, even if you have Amazon, I really want to tell you, Aquarius, to delete whatever app has been taking all your money. Okay. There's an app There's some type of subscription, maybe even a game with the Six of Cups that's taking all your money. It's time to like put that on pause, okay? But the thing is reflecting before you buy. So there used to be this thing where they're like, before you buy out your Amazon cart, your TikTok shop cart, whatever it is, sleep on it. You know, sleep on it. Wait till the end of the week. And is it still a big need and desire to get those things? And if not, then you save yourself some money. Okay. So maybe that's a practice that you also need to instill within yourself is delayed gratification. I want these things. I'm loading up my cart. Now it's $300. I'm going to wait till Friday. And if I still don't really feel that, I'm on to the next, then it wasn't that important to begin with. Four of Swords. Yeah, Two of Cups as well. Also, too, setting boundaries with someone who's very close to you. This could be your children with the Two of Cups. This could be a soulmate in a friendship, a family member. This could be even like a coworker that y'all like to, after work, y'all clock out and y'all spend that check that y'all just got, okay? You have to set boundaries and let this person know that, listen, money doesn't grow on trees. I know I make it seem that way, but it doesn't, and I need to bring it back a little bit, okay? Tell me about the Tower. Nine of Pentacles. All right, so you are in your nice home with your nice things, but there's a Tower moment that comes at the same time, something that kind of knocks you off your feet. It's almost like something that kills the facade. You know, you're living large and you're enjoying yourself, but then you may look in your bank account and then it overdrafted and it's like, wait a minute, you know, the facade is dead now. So there's something that's going to shock you this month. If you don't hold it together, that's going to be a pain in the ass, basically. It's not something that's going to defeat you. I don't feel like you have gotten so far that you're in crazy debt or anything like that, but it's definitely a reality check that's coming towards you this month. And it's just for you to learn so that you don't repeat it in April. Yet a Knight of Wands. It just shows you how you could be impulsively spending. And what are you covering up? Because when people impulsively do anything, even if people impulsively, you know, go and drive, or they impulsively hook up with people, or they impulsively whatever, it's coming from something inside that someone doesn't feel whole. So that's what you need to deal with. The Star. That's something that you need to heal. There's lots of free tools to heal these days, okay? There's lots of free things you can do to heal. So you definitely want to utilize your resources with the Magician and see what you can utilize to kind of fill that void, okay? Because I feel like the spending is trying to fill some type of void. What is that? Let me pinpoint that. Maybe I need to think about it. I don't know at this moment. I'll reflect. And once you come up with that, that's going to be the thing that you need to focus on, not buying the next best thing, but focusing on how can I fill that void without spending money, okay? And you'll be fine. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. All right, let's go ahead and move on to Capricorn. All right, Cappy, this is for you. This is for my Capricorns, my Capricorn placements, Capricorn masculine and feminine alike. What do they need to know at this time? What does Capricorn need to know at this time? Guys, make sure to watch your other placements for multiple messages, okay? All right, what does my Cappies need to know at this time? Give me some messages for Cappy. All right, let me read this one for you, Capricorn. All right, Cappy, you have the card of action, energizing effort and willingness to work. This card tells you that now is the time for more aggressive forward movement. The galloping horses represent the intentional and concerted action directed towards your goals. This card upright indicates that you are on the right track, but your determined efforts must increase. The white horse is interaction of spirit and thought. The black is the outer work that still needs to be done. So continue taking action and trust your intuition. In time, you'll break through and see the results that you have been working so hard to create. Okay. So this is all about momentum. Momentum could really be coming in fast for you, and you need to keep up. You know, it's not a time to sit and ponder about your goals. It's time to actually take decisive action towards them. Your affirmation for this card, Capricorn, is I am responsible for my own life. I take action toward my goals and my own happiness every day. All right, let's move on to your cards, your tarot. Give me some messages for my Capricorns. What do my Capricorns need to know at this time? What do my Capricorns need to know at this time? Give me some messages. This must be a message about being complacent. Like you have achieved a lot, especially when it comes to work and your goals. And maybe you've gotten a little complacent, and the universe is like, wait a minute, you can't sit down or lay down right now because things are coming towards you fast. And this fast energy is fleeting. So you really need to take advantage, okay? So let's see what's going on here for my Cappies. What do they need to know at this time? Give me some messages for Capricorn. Ooh. Okay. I see new love coming towards you, Cappy, at this moment. Maybe this is why the universe is putting a light up under your ass. They're saying, hey, this person, this option, this opportunity will not come around often. So now it's time for you to really take inspired action towards what you're calling in. I see new love coming your way. Now, I could be speaking to someone who is the Five of Cups. You could be really focused on past energy. You know, what went wrong in the past, how people overlooked you in the past, how people done you wrong, took you for granted, that you're not even seeing someone coming towards you, offering you the Two of Cups here. All right. So you have new friendship or new love coming your way. You actually have new friendship or new love coming with someone who's very disciplined. They could be like someone who works out and they're disciplined in that routine. They could be disciplined with their diet. They could be disciplined with their goals, with their career, with their work, with their schedule. That's what I'm seeing about this person. I'm also seeing that this person is very brave to come towards you. Okay. So they're not afraid to make the first move, but it's about whether you're going to receive that. Okay. You have the Knight of Cups here. So obviously someone is pursuing you in love. Again, this could be friendship or this could be love. Just depends where you are in your life and what you're calling in. But I definitely see someone here wanting to date you or wanting to date you platonically as a friend. Someone sees a lot of value in you. Someone has feelings for you and they're going to be making a move. But it's almost like the universe sees that you could be very close to overlooking this option. Clarify the Knight of Cups. Who's coming towards my Capricorns? Thank you. All right. Who's coming towards my Capricorns? Who's this Knight of Cups? Give me some messages. Who's this Knight of Cups? Ooh, wow. 10 of Cups. There's someone who's going to make you very, very happy. There's someone that you can have a happy family with, or they will become a part of your soul tribe. They'll be a big part of your inner circle, your community, your support system. Okay. This is someone that this connection could lead to a great love, a really great love. This is someone who's going to love you hard. All right. Maybe that was a problem in your past. You didn't feel like things were balanced when it comes to how much you love, how much love you have to give, the nurturing that you give behind a connection. This is the type of person that you don't have to worry about that. Your circumstances are changing in your love life or even in your friend life. All right. Someone's already been talking about you. They're feeling called to do something now. So someone's been talking about how they like you. They want to be your friend. Now with the Judgment card, they're feeling called to do something about it. Okay. That's what I'm seeing here. Tell me more about this Knight of Cups. Hierophant. This could be a connection that has marriage potential. There's someone here who has principles or morals about themselves. They could share values with you that are very important. This person also could be a guide in your life, okay? So they could be this person could have mentor energy. Like they love to talk you through maybe your doubts, your fears. They love to give you wisdom. They love to help you teach you new ways about yourself, things that you have yet to uncover. But I also see that this is very traditional energy, someone who is marriage minded, someone who is monogamy minded. And yeah, it just has the potential to go the long way with this person. It definitely feels like this is a connection from God. I feel like one of your biggest concerns is balance and truth, integrity, like someone who comes towards you, not hiding anything, not lying about anything, not omitting the truth. And another one big of your concerns is also, will this be balanced? Am I going to waste my time? And then eventually this person's going to pull back and it's just going to be one sided mess. Okay. Look out for a Libra, by the way. Clarify justice here. You also could be concerned about getting justice from a past situation that's making you overlook a new situation. So keep that in mind. Yeah, Ace of Wands, okay? The attraction is definitely there. I do see that you're going to be very attracted to this person. Could be a very physically attractive person. This person could be good at flirting, which could make you think that they have player energy, but I don't get that from them. I see that they are the Hierophant. I see that they're the strength energy. Strength card energy usually indicates someone who's very faithful and loyal. All right. So something could be confusing you because it feels like a fleeting connection. It feels like, okay, yeah, this person's flirting and charming my pants off, but they're not going to last. And that's not true. And I also feel like because maybe you are waiting on some type of apology or truth from your past, is making you really hard to look forward. All right, we have the Five of Swords here as well. You are not wanting to attract someone who competes against you. You have attracted a lot of envy in your past. And so that's something that scares you about maybe new friendship or new love. You know, I don't want someone who's going to compete with me, someone who's going to rival me. Maybe you feel like that's a repeating pattern in your life. I also don't get that with this person. So you are just someone who doesn't trust, right? And it's almost making you come off like the shady person because you're just not trusting. But what I do see about this person is that they are going to be a great partner to you. There's partnership. There's someone who wants to work well with you, collaborate with you. This is someone who's going to be on the same page as you. They bring a lot of value to your table, something that you can work with here. Also could be work related for those of you. Some of you that are watching could be work related as well. What does Capricorn need to know about this person? Yeah, the Magician. It's someone that you manifested. You manifested certain qualities of your next lover or your next true friend, and this person is showing up as your manifestation, okay? This person has a lot of mystery, but I feel like they're only mysterious because you haven't really given in. You haven't given in to getting to know them. So, of course, they're going to come off mysterious because you're not really accepting the dates. You're not accepting the hangouts. You're not speaking to them on a deep level. You're not allowing something to grow. Okay. So with the Magician, also, this talks about someone pursuing you. So this person actively wants to pursue you. They could be coming in at a very shocking time, maybe a time that you have been pushing away a lot of options or love, but this person's here and they have a lot of purpose coming towards you. We do have the Seven of Cups. So you could be wondering what other options this person has, okay, before you're getting to know them. You also could have a lot of options around you that could make you very confused about who this is. That's what I'm seeing. There could be a lot of people interested in you, Capricorn. And so you're like, who is this person? I don't even know who they are. No one really stands out to me. Tell me about the Seven of Cups. Tell me about the Seven of Cups for Cappy. King of Swords. Well, one thing that's going to stand out about this person, even though they're very handsome or very beautiful, or they could be a little flirty, a little charming with that Ace of Wands. The biggest part of their character is the King of Swords. So they definitely could be Aquarius energy. This person does come off a little detached when it comes to love, like they don't make it their full focus. They do want something with you, but if you're not going to bite, then it's okay. Also, with the King of Swords, this person could be highly intelligent, very intellectual. You and this person will have very deep conversations. You will consider them to be very mature. They could have a logical approach of how they speak. They could be very blunt. They could be very direct with you. So there's no way for you to miss this person, especially with their directness. They're being very direct about what they want from you or what they want with you. Six of Swords as well. You could be meeting this person in a transition that you're going through in life. Maybe you're leaving behind a very unfavorable past and you're moving towards the light at the end of the tunnel. This person is meeting you because it's aligned, okay? So if you're having a hard time taking action towards this new connection, if I could pick up the card, if you're having a hard time taking action towards this new connection, it's not because of them. It's more so because you could be focused on what didn't go right in your past, and it's time for you to wake up and look towards your future. It's as simple as that. Anything else that Capricorn needs to know? Yeah, Eight of Swords. This is a card of self-sabotage. So it's time for you to think outside of the box of what the outcome could be. Stop thinking about the worst case scenario. Time to stop living in fear or doubting yourself. And time for you to take inspired action. You know, if you self-sabotage this will be something that you look back on and you will regret. It's just, I don't know how else to tell you, okay? So don't be afraid. Once this person makes their first move, you should respond and just try. Just give it a try, okay? What's the worst that could happen? Especially with the positive and honorable cards that are coming out about this person. I feel like this is something that's going to please you. All right, so that's what I have for Cappy. Let's move on to Sagittarius. All right, Saggy, this one is for you. For my Sagittarius and Sagittarius placements. Sagittarius, masculines and feminines alike, what do you need to know right now? What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Give me some messages, please. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Give me some messages. Okay, let's pull another one. We just got that card for Capricorn. So Sagittarius, maybe you need to watch Capricorn's reading. All right, but give me another message for Sagittarius. All right. So you have action that just came out for Cappy. So it's time for you to take inspired action towards your goals. You know what your goals are. You maybe have already come up with the plan. It's time for you to stop sitting and take action, okay? You also have another card here. Let me pull that up for you and we'll talk about it. Okay. You have the garden in the gate. The garden in the gate. Abundant prosperity and staying safe. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colorful flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked, where the girl wears a key on a chain around her neck. This card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time. But be aware, the choice to stay in the seeming security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by the habits or the fear of the unknown. The beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving your spirit the freedom to roam. While it's fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from your karmic path or from living your truth. You have to, what the hell? I can't read. You have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is outside your gate. And your affirmation for this card is, I am blessed with an abundantly spiritual life. Every day in every way, my joyous prosperity grows and grows. Okay. All right. This these two cards are basically showing that you do have adventure awaiting you, Sag. Hold on, let me get back to the reading. Okay. You do have adventure awaiting you. Some of you guys are really overly focused on your security and your finances, which is not a bad thing, but it also could be making you want to miss out on life that's worth living at this time. Okay. You could have new connections coming towards you. You could have travel. You could have adventure, fun, playful energy coming towards you. But it feels like because you could be overly focused on your finances, you're not allowing yourself to live. And that's what these cards are saying. So with that being said, let's pull some messages and see what do you need to know at this time for my Saggies. This is basically a reading of moderation, temperance, you know? It's okay for you to indulge, and it's also okay for you to stay very focused and hustle hard, but you should not be doing one or the other above the other. So you should not be overindulging in fun. You shouldn't be overindulging in just making money. You know, it has to be a happy medium. And I feel like you've been maybe stressed about money, or you're feeling some type of financial restraints that's not allowing you to live. There's a lot of things coming towards you that you need to be able to step outside of that gate to explore. All right, give me some messages for my Saggies and Sagittarius placements. What do they need to know at this time? What do my Saggies need to know at this time? Give me some messages. What does Sagittarius need to know at this time? All right, we have the Emperor. We have the Hierophant. And we have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? All right, you have the Four of Wands. You have some celebrations coming up for you. Could be your own celebrations, could be, maybe a new home or home life adjusting very well for you. You also could have celebrations of others that are close to you that want you to partake with them. It feels like you could be withdrawing yourself with the High Priestess, okay? It feels like you are staying very private at this time. You may really have your head into this book, this Hierophant energy of trying to learn maybe the way towards abundance, upping your finances of some sort, okay? You do have the Emperor here, so I do see that you're stepping into leadership. You could be really, really focused on becoming a breadwinner of some sort, becoming the leader of your household with the Four of Wands, maybe the leader of your community, maybe even getting a lead position at work or even in your business. It feels like you're so serious these days, like a little bit too serious, where you're not allowing enough time for emotion, for fun, for friendship, for family. Okay, so be careful of that, because there's almost this energy of becoming like Ebenezer Scrooge. And nobody wants to hang out with Ebenezer Scrooge. You have the Hierophant here. I feel like with this Hierophant, when it comes to your finances, you're taking a very traditional approach. So where you used to have more freedom, where you used to do something more spontaneously, maybe you feel like that has led you astray and you're trying to hunker down and now you're following things by the book. There's nothing wrong with that. But the problem lies that you are also letting this very serious, down to the book type of energy bleed over into other parts of your life, like your social life, your love life, when it comes to your family life, when it comes to your inner adventurer. And now it's becoming for a very, very, very serious and almost daunting type of Sagittarius. And we also have the Seven of Pentacles here. So it's almost like you're telling yourself, in a couple of months, I'll be where I want to be, and then I can enjoy myself. And that is just not the right way to live your life, because that kind of bleeds dry your abundance. All right, let's clarify these cards and see what's going on here. So you definitely allow yourself to have fun, allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to run into your next adventure. This is not the time to, just be serious all around the book, because you have a lot of adventure coming in and you'll miss these really great opportunities that could be coming. This could be a very prime time for you. These opportunities will not circle back. So even as you become this rich and wealthy Sag, at the end, you would have led a very miserable life, and you don't want that, okay? Tell me about the Emperor for my Saggies. Like, even when you look at this Emperor, like this Emperor has, they have gotten to the epitome of success. They could be a really rich bitch, okay? But by the time that they get rich, they're now walking with a cane. And it's like, dang, I wish when my legs were working in their full prime, I would go running or I would go travel, okay? So think about that. Tell me about the Emperor for Sag. Thank you. All right, tell me about the Emperor for Sag. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Lots of overthinking. And so your days just are not positive. You're just really thinking about finances. You're thinking about breadwinning. You're thinking about being a leader. You're thinking about your legacy. And all of those things are good. This is like very heightened energy to be thinking about. You're thinking about your future, which is nice. But if you spend so much time thinking about your future, you almost waste away your present. So, be careful of that. Be careful of that. If something is stressing you out so much, it's just not meant, right? So you do have to set aside time for sleep. You do need to set aside time for play, maybe a break, rejuvenation. Those things are equally as important as your money in your pockets. Queen of Cups. This is a time of creativity and self-expression, being bold, being loud, loving on people, loving on yourself, hobbies, interests, okay? Really enjoying life, and finding satisfaction in your life today. Sometimes as people, not just Sagittarius, we always think about the bigger picture and we're like, we won't be happy until we have that bigger picture. And I promise you, Sag, if you continue to have that attitude, you're going to look back and really regret not taking advantage of the time that you have now. All right. So it's time for you to get back into your hobbies, your interests. It's time for you to love on the people that are loving on you. It's time for you to be open and receptive to the adventure that life is bringing you at this time. Also, a time for you to focus on family. Okay. That's a big one. Tell me about the Hierophant. What's the Hierophant for my Saggies? Seven of Cups. All right. Before you push on yourself that you need to do things down to the book, really get clear about what you want to learn. Okay. So it's almost like you're getting out the book and you're like, I'm doing things by the book. But the Seven of Cups tells me that you have so many grand ideas that you haven't even really made a choice on them. And you're almost getting really down and serious before you even made a decision. Okay. With the Seven of Cups. This also is the energy of like you're getting serious about your goals, but you switch out your goals very often. So you could be getting serious about getting rich. Then you're getting serious about buying a new car. Then you're getting serious about getting that house that you want. Then you're getting serious about, becoming a leader in your career. But it's like, which one? Which one are we going to focus on? Because trying to cloud all of this at once is really going to make you miss out on some really fun things or fun themes coming into your life. So if you do have to, hunker down, at least pick one goal for right now and just focus on that. And then after you dedicate your time block in your day for that, go and enjoy yourself. Go outside, go walking in nature, go on a trip, go hang out with your friends, go find love, Really get clear about what you want at this time too, because I'm seeing indecision with you. All right, let's see what else is here. Yeah, High Priestess. You could be isolating yourself as you are trying to really get down to the book. You're adopting a very traditional way of doing things, very logical way of doing things. And you could be seeing it as awakening for you because maybe in the past you were never as serious as you are about your goals as you are today. So you may see that in a very prideful way, like I'm awakening to more wealth. I'm awakening to my dream career. I'm awakening to the lifestyle that I want. But you're also coming off a little bit guarded, and you are coming off very secretive, very private, very isolated. Okay. You definitely have a lot of things to experience right now that I feel like in the future, even if you become this very rich person, you will feel like you missed out on some really core parts of your life. So don't dismiss those things, those fun things. You can have balance with them. Seven of Pentacles is here, okay? You know that something may take time, persistence, diligence, and also patience. You see that something is not happening for you right away. And so you're just like, I'm going to stay very serious until then. I don't feel like that's the right way for you to go. If you know something's going to take time, stay dedicated to that goal, but also have some fun in the meantime. Yeah, Three of Wands is here. You have really big dreams here and you're navigating them right now. You know what you need to do. You know it's not happening right off the bat overnight. It may take a month, it may take 2 months, 3 months, a year. You still should be able to travel, to adventure, to try new things, meet new people in between. You don't have to stay in your box or in a shell of yourself as you reach this goal, you know? I don't think that's healthy. It is something about cutting out distractions, which I feel like you have done. But when it comes to just not allowing yourself space for freedom or to enjoy life, that does become a problem here. Let's see what else is here. Even if you're not doing this now, I see a lot of momentum coming your way. And so this could be something that you're going to do. Life is changing for you. So even if you had this 10-year plan, 5-year plan, life is going to change so much that it's going to kind of like shake the boat a little bit, you know? So even if you felt like you had your whole 5-year plan planned out, you've used Chat GPT to plan your life out for the rest of the year, because of life's changes, destiny, and fate, you know, these things are going to be shaken up a little bit and you're going to have to remain flexible. So remain flexible, adaptable, and have some fun right now. Okay. That's kind of your message, is to like go beyond this garden. You're planting something very beautiful for yourself. You're creating a very elevated lifestyle. But what is life if you're not able to enjoy? So your garden can be beautiful, but if no one can step foot in your garden because it has to be perfect, then F that garden. We don't even talk about that garden in our community because it's untouchable. You understand? All right. You do have new love or new friendship coming towards you, or even a new passion coming towards you that you are going to want to take part in, because it's going to make life more beautiful than what it's been. All right. And that's what I have for Saggy. Let's move forward to Scorpio now. Thank you, Sag. All right, Scorps, let's jump into your reading. This is for my Scorpios and Scorpio placements. Scorpio, masculine and feminine alike. What do my Scorpios need to know or hear at this time? What do my Scorpios need to know at this time? Give me some messages. What does Scorpio need to know at this time? What does Scorpio need to know at this time? All right, let me read this card for you, Scorpio. All right. Scorpio, you have Door to Spirit. This is a card about spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. This door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your internal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit and to the magic and power of your true identity. Wow. All right, door to spirit. Your affirmation for this card, Scorpio, is I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports me. All right, so it seems like you're going through a deep awakening at this time, Scorpio, and it could be very surprising for you. You also could be opening yourself up to new spiritual gifts like psychic abilities, mediumship, okay? And this also could even be like in a professional way for you, something that you could be doing for your profession. So let's go ahead and get the tarot for my Scorpios. All right, give me some messages for Scorpio. What do my Scorpios need to know at this time? What do my Scorpios need to know at this time? Give me some messages, please. What does my Scorpios need to know at this time? Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Someone just texted me something funny. All right. We have the moon on the bottom of the deck. Almost feel like, you know how Scorpio has really like spooky vibes sometimes? Like you can be a little spooky. Not just you, but just your energy could be a little bit spooky. Like this hairstyle is inspired by Scorpio energy, by the way. Okay. So I feel like something's spooking you, something that could be happening at night could be spooking you, shaking you up to your core, but it's not to scare you. The only reason it's spooky is because you never experienced this before, okay? So with the moon, it could be something very intuitive that's happening, could be something like paranormal that's happening, could also be something within your dreams, or maybe to you, you consider it a nightmare at first. And you may not know how to make sense of it with the moon. So that's why I feel like some spiritual abilities are coming to you like overnight. And it's a little creepy at first, but once you get acclimated, you'll see that this was always meant to be in your destiny. Okay. Whatever is being revealed to you with the moon, it's something about making a big choice for your highest good, making better choices for your highest good, making aligned choices with your highest vibrations, choosing different routines, choosing different habits, choosing different relationships, connections. Something's almost awakening you from whatever this is. All right. So the cards coming out for you, Scorps, we have the Hierophant. I definitely feel like God is speaking to you like right now, and you need to keep your eyes peeled and your ears open. You have direct source to God. God is giving you, or divine is giving you a blueprint. Even if you really resonate with certain like goddesses or gods, there's something very significant coming forward you. Like I feel like a god or a goddess is visiting you. I know that sounds very like woo woo, but that's what I'm getting, okay, with the Hierophant. All right, so something is coming towards you and it's giving you guidance about your next steps, your new beginning, your next chapter, what to do next, how to act, how to discipline yourself, something like that. You also have the King of Swords here. So it really puts you into thinking mode. It puts you into strategy. It makes you want to pull out your blueprints and start getting to work. It's like you're getting guidance or you're getting navigation like never before. Something feels loud. Okay. And then we have Temperance. It also, after you get like that spooky feeling where your heart jumps or you get the butterflies in your stomach, you start to feel at peace. You start to feel that closeness. You feel that one with spirit. You also feel like spirit is pouring into your cup, rejuvenating you in a major way. I do feel like you're reaching a chapter in your life where you're going to have a lot of peace and no more drama. So if drama has been the name of your game for a long time, I just feel like even in your connections, your environments, you're going to get true inner peace, which is very special. And you could be getting balance in your life, in order in your life, once again. Let's see how this is happening for you. This is a very spiritual reading. Tell me about the Hierophant for Scorpio. Give me the Hierophant for my Scorps. All right, Three of Wands. Okay, so first of all, God is trying to show you that your life is about to grow and expand. All right, you're about to reach new levels. You're reaching a chapter where you're going to have a lot more growth, a lot more wisdom. You're going to become more mature. You also are going to be making action that's going to grow your career, or you're going to be taking action that's going to grow your love life, your friendship group, your social circle, your environment, your growth, and also in your finances. Something is reaching new heights and it has the energy of expansion. Okay, so you're reaching some type of expansion here. Your mind also could be expanding. Like I see like a deep awakening. You know, when you first like get your first spiritual download ever and your mind, your third eye just opens and your whole life is changed. You see the world differently. That's kind of what's happening for my Scorpios here. This could be happening with relocation, by the way. So there could be something very significant about relocating, being in a new environment, a new city, a new state, a new country, travel, things like that. This is very Sagittarius coded as well. So look out for a Sagittarius, or maybe if you have Sagittarius in your chart, check out what house Sagittarius is in. And that part of your birth chart is going to be expanded, okay? Let's see what else is here. Or check where Jupiter is in your chart, and that part of your life is also going to be expanded. All right, tell me more for my Scorps. Three of Pentacles. I also see you working with individuals, like a group. There's some type of collaborative effort going on here. You could be coming across really cool people, people who welcome you with open arms. There also could be a secret admirer in this group, by the way. So there could be a little bit of love within this group energy, but it feels like a group of like-minded individuals, a group of people who share the same goals as you, a group of people who inspire each other, and a very reliable bunch. And I also see like a little bit of a secret admirer within that group as well, someone who's catching feelings for you. So look out for that as well. Who's this person who's catching feelings for Scorpio? Who's this person who's catching feelings for Scorpio? They could be a air sign, King of Swords, but let's see. Who's this person who's catching feelings for Scorpio? Two of Wands, okay, Aries energy. I feel like this is someone who's going to set very clear intentions with you. So you'll definitely know who they are because they're going to, you know, come to the forefront. They're going to be very intentional about what they want with you. This is not someone who's going to play mind games. This person also may be choosing up on you. Like, well, not choosing up on you, choosing up on someone else for you. So they could have another option that could be showing interest to them, but they want you, Scorpio, okay? So there's something about that. You may consider this person to be a player, but when you do get to know them deeper, you're going to see that they could be a big lover boy or a lover girl. This person has emotional maturity, which I think you're going to really like. Remember, I said this is a season with no drama for you, okay? So no toxicity, no third parties, none of that. Someone's choosing you, setting intentions with you, and pushing the rest to the side. This is also going to be a very, very, very intense connection, all right, with the devil. Very intense. Could be very transformative. There also could be really great sex between you and this person if you choose to take that route with them. All right, so I just wanted to clarify that for you. Now, you do have the King of Swords. You could be very detached from a lot of things right now. You could be detaching from certain things that did not serve you well. Environments, friendships, vices, habits, whatever, routines. Maybe you had an old routine that no longer serves you best anymore. And I see big detachment energy. With detachment comes faster manifestation. So don't be surprised that you manifest things much quicker than you were able to last chapter. Tell me about the King of Swords. I see you setting boundaries or speaking up for yourself more without a care in the world, which is really nice. Tell me about the King of Swords for Scorpio. Magician, what did I just say about detachment? Can help you manifest your desires faster. Okay, so I do see that happening for you. You could be stepping out of imposter syndrome with the Eight of Swords. You could be stepping out of your fears, your doubts about yourself, and feeling very confident. You just don't have a care. Like with that King of Swords, you could be very aloof these days. Things go over your head really fast because you're not attached to them. People, this person who's interested in you, they could have said, hey, I told you that last time I had a crush on you. And you're like, you said that? Because you weren't listening. You're like, whatever. Okay. So things are just not, you're not feeling fearful or doubtful because you're not attached to the outcome anymore. All right, let's see what else is here with the King of Swords for Scorpio. The Moon. Even this thing that's going to spook you a little bit, detach from it. Like it may wake you out of your sleep. You may wake up like, oh, but then by midday, you forgot about it already. Okay. It's like it becomes a part of you. And also, too, you could be really good at psychic energy, psychic abilities, tarot, divination, mediumship, because you're detached as well. Like you have a detachment from people's emotions or what they want you to say. So you could be really good at as a professional in this area as well. All right, tell me about temperance. Lots of downloads I'm even getting for your reading, Scorpio. All right, the Lovers. If you are finding love in this chapter, you're finding a very peaceful lover, someone who's very calm. They have a calm disposition about them, calm mannerisms. They don't bring any drama. They pour into you through conversation, through their actions, through love. Okay. Someone who's going to ground you could be coming towards you as well. Also, see you choosing peace over a lot of other things. So, with the Lovers, you're making better aligned action for your highest good, and you have more peaceful days because of that. You're not impulsive anymore, maybe as you used to be. And last card for Scorpio, the World. You also are closing out a chapter, so you can expect yourself to be leveling up. You're not getting the same opportunities that you got yesterday. You're getting much more elevated opportunities, choices, lovers coming towards you. You are achieving a big goal, something to celebrate very soon. And you also are learning a lesson, or you have learned a lesson that the universe is feeling very pleased that you're not recycling. Like you're not recycling a bad habit or a bad environment or a bad connection. You've learned your lesson and now you're ready to move forward. So you're closing out a really hard chapter and moving into a much more peaceful chapter for yourself. All right. You're going to get a call from Spirit. I don't know what that means, but there's a call coming from Spirit that you're going to be answering very soon. Very nice, Scorpio. Wow. All right. Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. Let's move on to Libra. Hi, Loving Life. Did you see what I posted on your birthday post? You have like a very loaded time that you're about to have. I wish I could be there. I was like, wow, you got the events ringing in for you. I hope that you have fun. All right, let's move on to Libs. This is for my Libras and Libra placements. Also, Libra masculine and feminine alike. What do you need to know at this time? What do you need to know? Give me some messages for my Libras. What do they need to know at this time for my Libras? What do they need to know? Oh, okay, Libs. Nice. All right, let's see. Let me pull up that message for you. Okay. Libra, you have the card of caring connections. This is the card of friendship, partnership of two, and possible love. This card shows a couple in a tender embrace, with the woman holding the blossoms of new love. Like the community card, this reveals a caring connection, but usually between two people only. This card upright signals the beginning or deepening of a kindred spirit friendship or even the appearance of new love. It can also signify a formal business partnership. When this card appears, be on the lookout for new connections presenting themselves. The relationships you already share may become more intimate, purposeful, or present at this time. Notice the opportunities to forge new or deeper bonds. There may be a tender karmic connection at hand. And your affirmation for this card, Leaves, is I open my heart and life to truly caring connections. The ideal friend and partner is coming to me now. Okay. And what's interesting on the bottom of the deck, you have door to value. So even with this connection, there could be a lot of value. This person could have a lot of value. They could bring a lot to the table. This could also be an energy of like through some type of partnership or connection, the universe rains down prosperity upon both of you. So that's really nice. Okay. All right. So let's get into your tarot. Give me some messages for my Libras and Libra placements. What do they need to know at this time? What do they need to know? Yes. Loving life. I started with Pisces. Pisces is all the way at the beginning. And thank you, Olivia. Thank you for answering. All right, let's see. Give me some messages for my Libras. What do they need to know right now? What do my Libras need to know right now? All right, you have the Fool. Wow, this is really interesting, Libra. Okay, the Fool. Let's see what else is here. You have the Ace of Pentacles. And you have the Nine of Swords. Okay, wow. All right, guys. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Obviously, you know, in the past, you went through some type of devastating ending, especially when it comes to a partnership, like maybe with a business partnership, maybe in a marriage, maybe with a relationship, a friendship, someone that you cared about very deeply. And it could have been really hard for you to let go because the Ten of Swords usually shows that you try to revive something because you care about it so much, but at the end, it's unrevivable. So now you're closing out that chapter. And since you're walking away from whatever that was, your circumstances are changing. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have a really positive karmic connection coming towards you really soon, or something that's going to be loaded with luck, that's fated and has destiny. All right. So, yeah, it took you a time to let go of something that was like beating a dead horse. But now that you finally trusted the universe and you let go, you're opening yourself to something more positive and a very lovable connection coming towards you. So, the first card coming out is the Fool. I definitely feel like this is someone that is outside of your usual go-to. This is not anyone that you have dated before, okay? This doesn't feel like the same personalities that you have dated before. This feels like this is someone so different from your usual type with the Fool. Aries and Aquarius energy. With that Fool, also, you could be taking a leap of faith and diving into something new that you haven't experienced before. The Fool talks about innocence. So again, I feel like whoever is coming towards you or whoever you're dealing with right now, they are just so unlike your usual type. And I feel like that's a good thing. So let's clarify that Fool. And I also like that you're willing and you're open. Okay. So you definitely have healed from that past situation enough to be able to partake in this new thing. Tell me about the Fool for my Libras. If you guys are enjoying the reading, please give me a like. I would appreciate it so much. And I thank everyone who's coming through and just watching right now, keeping me company. All right, tell me about the Fool. Give me the Fool for Libra. What is the Fool? This also could be someone who took a leap of faith recently. They could have moved recently. Maybe they started their own business recently. Maybe this person, left a relationship recently. Someone also took a leap of faith as well. So that's how you would know who this person is. Tell me about the Fool. And you're outside of this person's usual type as well. Ooh. All right. Who did this come out for? Scorpio. Look out for a Scorpio. This is also Capricorn energy, but we do have the devil. I do see codependency between you and this person. This will be such an intense connection that it just feels like you guys can't get enough of each other. Something that will be very obvious to both of you is that you guys both came from a broken place. Like, you can tell this is the type of person that maybe had some vices in the past or overindulge a little bit. And I feel like you and this person consciously make a choice to be better, but there's this energy of like a similar history that you and this person had. I feel like you guys will help each other to move out of that. There's also very intense sex, an intense sexual connection between you and this person here. There's a little bit of overindulgence, seeing each other every weekend, seeing each other every other day if you can. There's lots of texts and calls back to back, that type of thing. There's almost like a obsession or infatuation you and this person will have. Okay, right off the bat. Jesus. All right, let's see what else is here. Ooh, okay. What else is here? Tell me more. Three of Swords, all right? With the Three of Swords, someone came out of the Ten of Swords, so they're no longer devastated. They're no longer like living life depressed, but they could still be heartbroken or disappointed about things in their past. And so it does feel like this connection starts as someone is feeling heartbroken about something. Let's see what that's about. Let's get into that, right? Clarify the Three of Swords. All right, King of Cups could be a masculine. So whoever my masculine is could be a little heartbroken because they led with their heart in some type of situation and it got stomped on, okay? So someone here could be a lover boy and they could be very emotionally mature, but they could have dealt with someone who was not emotionally mature, someone who played with their heart, someone who fumbled their heart, and they are feeling heartbroken in the beginning of this connection from that situation, all right? And that also could be why this connection kind of becomes kind of codependent or very intense right off the bat, because someone loves hard. That's what I'm seeing here. And it's a masculine. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio. So yeah. Or maybe this is you, Libra, if you're a masculine watching. All right. But there is commitment, It's like even in the beginning stages, there's a lot of behaviors that this person does to show you that they're committed to you or that they're committed to seeing this through. They're committed to dating you and you only, or, being really locked into this business partnership if that's what you're doing. Someone shows you a little inkling of commitment right off the bat. This could be like, giving you the password to their phone, giving you a key to their house, bringing you around their friends and family. Someone just shows like they are looking for longevity right off the bat. All right. Let's see. And if you're already dealing with this person, there's a deeper level of commitment coming between you and them. So this could be like getting into a relationship or maybe even a proposal, moving in together, going to that next level, that next phase of the union. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. We have Strength card. Someone here is very loyal, very, very loyal. Like they have a strong commitment energy, but at first they're going to hold back from that. Could be this masculine with the King of Cups, the Three of Swords, because they feel like, when they give too early, maybe they miss certain things. So they want to kind of take their time. They also may hold back, restrain themselves from rushing in too quickly, but I don't know if it's working because again, the devil is here, right? It feels like you and this person get infatuated very quickly, but I do see someone's very disciplined. Someone could be disciplined with their work, with their workout routine, with what they eat. They could be disciplined with their goals. They could be disciplined if they have children by being a really great parent. So someone has a lot of self-control that you're going to really like. All right, we do have the Eight of Swords. There's someone here who feels very prone to self-sabotage. So as things are getting really good, as commitment is coming in, or there's like this level of small commitment. There's someone here who may not know what that feels like, and it feels very off for them. It's almost like someone has to get acclimated to a positive connection, or a deep connection, an intense connection, or even a caring connection, okay? It's like someone has to get acclimated here with the Eight of Swords. They have a hard time trusting. And I see that too with the Nine of Swords. There's a lot of overthinking here. All right, there's a lot of overthinking going on with the Nine of Swords. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. What will you or this person be overthinking? What will you or this person be overthinking? All right, we have the Empress. Empress can talk about abundance. So maybe someone feels like they're not abundant enough to partake in this connection. I did get this energy of someone like being down on their luck financially at the start of this relationship. But what I said in the beginning of this reading is that the door to value, there's prosperity reigning between upon you and this person in this connection. So even if someone's having a hard time finding a job, or they're having a hard time upping their finances monthly, you know, they want more money to feel very stable and grounded, that does come through this connection. And with the Empress, someone has a hard time, you know, believing in their abundance. Okay, so I see someone overthinks that, like, what do I have to bring to the table type of energy. Last card. Let me turn off my sound. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. Oops. All right, we have the Four of Swords. So that could cause like a break in the connection as things are starting to get really good. But it's not because someone wants to run. It's more so this energy of reflection. Like someone has to reflect on their past actions, their past cycles, to break out of those cycles. All right, so that's what I'm seeing here. There's a little bit of start and stop between you and this person, but I feel like there is longevity. Someone just has to get out of their imposter syndrome, or their fear, or their doubts around their self to move forward in this connection. All right, anything else before we go? The Lovers. I feel like in the end, you and this person will choose each other and everything will be all right, because you guys are choosing each other for your highest good. You guys also will make very conscious decisions to better your lives, like making healthier choices together, which will also, it will support the strength of this relationship. Okay, so nothing to worry about. Someone has to get out of their head, but I see someone actually doing that. All right. Gemma Royal, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Gemma. I appreciate you. Okay, gratitude. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Yes, let's move on to Virgo. Did I have Libra on the screen? I think I did. It's because I clicked the super chat. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Virgo. Hold on, guys. Let me just text this person back. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, let's move on to Virgo. I thought I muted this. Okay, there we go. Whatever. I thought I muted this. Okay. All right. Sorry, y'all. I literally muted it on my phone. I should have muted on my computer. Let me see if I can do it right now, because I don't want to hear those dingings anymore. It's driving me crazy. Sorry, Virgo. Give me 1 second. I need to mute this. Let me mute this right now. Hide alerts. I have to hide a lot of alerts because I don't know who's going to text me. All right, Virgo, this one is for you. Give me some messages for my Virgo and Virgo placements. Sorry about that, Virgo. All right, give me some messages for my Virgos and Virgo placements. My Virgo masculines and feminines alike. What do they need to know at this time? Tell me all about Virgo and what they need to know at this time. Give me some messages, Spirit. What does Virgo need to know at this time? All right. Let me pull up your message, Virgo. All right, Virgo, your message is broken heart. It's the card of grief and loss. This card shows a heart broken open, revealing darkness, emptiness, and a grief-filled tear. The heart may be from long ago, or it may be the pain from a more recent event. Either way, a deep healing is called for now. Vent your feelings and release the person or situation involved. Affirm that you are reclaiming your power and peace of mind. Open your heart to the light of divine love and healing, and have compassion for yourself through this difficult process. Make self-care a priority now as you let go of old experiences. You can open your heart to the true and abiding love that you rightly deserve. And your affirmation is, I release the pain of the past and live with compassion for myself. Love heals and renews me now. Okay. So again, you don't have to be brokenhearted right now. This could have happened a long, long time ago, but obviously the universe is seeing some themes in your life, maybe some habits in your life that stem from that past pain, and really calling for you to release that so that you can move forward feeling renewed. So let's see what comes out for you. Give me some messages for my Virgos. Hi, Val. How are you? Give me some messages for my Virgos, please. Give me some messages from my Virgos. What do they need to know right now? My Virgos and Virgo placements, what do they need to know right now? Give me some messages. All right, we have the King of Wands. We have the Devil. And we have the Justice card, okay? All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. You're getting news that you don't want, okay? So this could be from that past situation, something that happened a long time ago for you, or maybe recently for some of you, but some of you it's been a while. You're finally getting some type of response from that person, from that situation. You're getting a message. But with this Four of Cups, you really could care less, okay? It's not something that's going to satisfy you, what's coming in. This could be an apology. This could be someone wanting to make things right with you. This could be someone finally telling you the truth of the situation that you were involved in that hurt you. And I see that you're not wanting to answer that call. So this is bringing in some type of, someone could be reaching out to you on social media. I'm seeing the Six of Wands. Or someone's reaching out to you, but it feels like attention seeking to you. That's how you're going to see it, okay? And what I'm seeing about that is that whatever this is that this person is wanting to say, it is here to bring closure to that situation. But because you may not have respect for that situation, you may not be in the mood to receive it, okay? And because you don't want to receive it, it kind of keeps that wound open. So if you are not going to receive maybe this person's apology, if you're not going to hear their truth, if you want nothing to do with this person or the situation again, you're definitely going to have to be a self starter or self activator for your own healing. All right. So the universe definitely was bringing you in some type of karma with the justice, but it feels like you are just not satisfied with the delivery. You're not satisfied with that person, that environment. And so you're kind of like rejecting it with that Four of Cups. And because of that, the universe is like, that doesn't mean that you should just move on and say, well, I know they tried to reach out. I know that they were going to apologize. So I just move forward. That healing, that cycle still needs to be closed. And this is where you take this matter into your own hands with the King of Wands. Now, I also feel like whoever's reaching out to you, they're the King of Wands as well. They could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is the type of person with that King of Wands masculine energy that doesn't take no for an answer. So you could be actively rejecting someone, ignoring someone, and they keep trying to reach out to you to deliver this apology, to deliver justice to you, to make things right, or maybe even to tell you the truth about something with that Justice card. You consider this person to be a very toxic person that was in your life, okay? You could also feel like this person, their toxic habits, their vices, or whatever could have bled over on you, whether they became a burden for you, whether you picked up some of those toxic traits, or whatever it is. So now the spirit's saying, if you don't want to receive this closure, and that's you're standing firm on those boundaries, you still need to do the due diligence of healing from the pain, the sorrow, the grief, the regret that you dealt with in that situation. And let's see how you're going to be doing that, Virgo. Tell me about the King of Wands. Tell me about the King of Wands for my Virgs. All right, Page of Swords. First, you start by speaking on it, okay? So you may not be reading this person's message, their DM. You may not be picking up their phone call or looking at their text, but you definitely could be speaking on it. You may tell someone, hey, so-and-so reached out to me. And you may also be venting. So this could be a time that you need to vent with someone close to you, vent to a therapist, vent to a family member, vent to someone who will listen and also offer you guidance here. But I definitely see you speaking on it, but not speaking to the person. You may feel like you don't want to even speak to this person, like just go on about your business. But I do see that talking about it is going to help you through and help you to really discard this broken heart. Let's see what else is here. This person also could be speaking on you as well. They could be telling people that they try to reach out, but it's falling on deaf ears, or that you're not responding to them, that you blocked them, something like that. All right, tell me more about this. Oopsies. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. One thing that you do need to know, whether you're open to this closure or you're not open to it, your circumstances are changing in a major way. So if you felt like you got the short end of the stick in the situation, now the tables are turning where this person is now having to sit in their shit, okay? So that's one thing that you should know, is that you are getting karmic justice with the Wheel of Fortune, and also justice being your last card here. You have the Devil, okay? So some of that person's ick, their nastiness could have rubbed off into your life, and that's something that needs to go and be treated, okay? It's almost like when you have weeds in your yard. You have to treat them mofos, okay? So let's see, what's the Devil? What's the Devil here? Hi, Tarot D'Amore. All right, tell me about the Devil for Virgo. What is this? The Star, okay? It's all about healing that ick, healing that nasty goo that someone left behind in your life, healing those weeds that have taken over your garden. And you do not need to dismiss this. You set that boundary by not wanting to give this person space or time in your life and your chapter today, but you do not need to dismiss the pain, the displeasure, the ick that this person left on you. There's a stain there somewhere and it does need repairing. So this is a good time to take your healing journey very seriously. Whether you're going to be going through a spiritual healing journey, you're taking maybe even the medical route, you're going to speak to a therapist, whether you need to write a novel about your experience, okay? Whether you need to journal about it, video journal about it, whatever you need to do, it is time to take that seriously so you can really close this chapter efficiently. And especially for those Virgos who you have new love in your life or you're calling in new love, you definitely don't want to allow this person to be the third party in your new love situation without them even being present. And if you understand, you understand. You don't want this person to be the third party in your new relationship because of all of the bad habits that they had, that now you have trust issues, or now you have a hard time opening up, or now you have a fear of intimacy, okay? Let's see what else is here. Clarify the devil. King of Pentacles. Something also could have bled over in your professional life, okay? So I see that your money is increasing in a major way. I see that you're becoming a leader with the Emperor. You could be taking your career more seriously. And I don't know if you've been through this before, but sometimes life will feel so good. You have the lover, you have the beautiful lover, you have a beautiful career that's blossoming. And then all of a sudden, you start to feel depressed out of nowhere, or you feel sad, or you feel anxious. And that's because some people sweep their healing under the rug and it comes out at the most, unfortunate times. It comes out at the most inconvenient times. And so you don't want that to be your chapter. So definitely is a time, especially as your finances are increasing, or you could be locking in a really great career or job, to take advantage of those insurance policies, to take advantage of, you making more money that you can afford better healing, okay? Do not overlook that. Even if you feel like you don't need it right now, you do. Trust me, okay? You have justice here. You have karmic justice on its way. So even if you're not wanting to receive closure, if someone's trying to make things right with you and you're just not having it, I do feel like you're still getting karmic justice and the tables have now turned. If you have a legal situation going on, I do see that going in your favor as well. Tell me about justice. If you have legal situation from your past, this is a time for you to, reach out to the court system to see how you can seal your records, or how you can get something expunged or reviewed. I only say that because you have career growth going on, and sometimes when you have legal like smudges on your record, it can stop that. So if you've done your due diligence, you went through maybe the system in some type of way, you had to go through some type of case or legal battle, you need to really even go and try to see if you can get something like expunged, sealed, closed, whatever. I feel like that's important for some of you to know. And it will go in your favor. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on, y'all. Okay. My bad. All right. Anyway, moving on. Clarify justice, please. Oh my God. Clarify justice. Not the Bob is bobbing. All right. Clarify justice for Virgo. Okay, look, someone said, girl, yes, they cleared everything out and dismissed the case. That's what I'm talking about. Really good. Really good. You're already on top of it. You have the Hangman. So yeah, if something is stopping your progress, just know that you're going to have good karmic justice. Like, you're not going to be stagnant in some type of case. You're not going to be stagnant in your love life, in your career anymore. Now you're getting really good karma. After all that has been done to you, things are going to be looking up and the tables are turning in your favor. But also, please do healing in any way that you feel called to. It's important right now. All right. 5 of Wands as well. especially when it comes to getting your karma, okay? Or getting your just due, someone apologizing, someone making things right to you. The reason why you may feel like you don't want it anymore is because it was like pulling teeth trying to get it. Someone could have been trying to save face with the Five of Wands instead of apologizing to you. I feel like someone now wants to do it, but it's almost like you don't care anymore. You know, you stop waiting on this person to change, to get things right, to make amends with you. But even if you're not going to be accepting that apology, which would close out this chapter spiritually or energetically, you still need to prioritize your healing, your continuous healing, because you don't want it to be one of those things that you sweep under the rug and it comes out at the most inconvenient time when you least expect it, how something really has harmed you. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Virgo. Let's move on to Leo. All right, let me move up. All right, let's move on to Leo. All right, Leo, let's get a message for you. This is for my Leos and Leo placements, Leo masculine and feminine alike. What do my Leos need to know at this time? What do my Leos need to know at this time? Give me some messages. What do my Leos need to know at this time? What do my Leos need to know at this time? All right. Leo, let me pull up your message and I'll read it to you. All right, Leo. We have a man holding a heart. This talks about a male dealing with family, love, or emotions. This tender man sits with flowers all around, holding a heart in his hand. For a man, this signals a greater clarity about emotions and their purpose in your life. There could be a more balanced approach to family and love at this time, even if these have been confusing experiences for you in the past. For some, this card upright could signal the presence of a new man in your life, one who tends to be more thoughtful and aware. Whether or not this man is a love interest or a friend, he brings a high intention to help where personal projects, family, or home is. Let me say that again. Sorry. Blah, 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 blah. Whether or not this man is a love interest or a friend, he brings a high intention to help where personal projects, family, or home issues are concerned. And your affirmation for this card, Leo, is I am comfortable with all of my emotions. I honor and express them in appropriate ways. I feel peace. All right. So obviously, you know, if there's a masculine Leo watching, you could be finding love. You could be having a great sense of self-love at this time. You could be having a greater awareness of your emotions. If you're a feminine watching, you could have a friend or even a future partner coming towards you, someone who could be very emotionally mature, someone who's choosing to lead with love and intention of love towards you. There could be a love interest coming in. All right. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. Let's see what this says for my Leos. All right, give me some messages for my Leos. What do they need to know at this time for my Leos and Leo placements? What do they need to know at this time? Give me some messages for Leo. All right, we have the Chariots. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the Empress. Okay, wow. I almost feel like I want to give you the same message as Virgo, where it's like, do not overlook your healing at this time. Okay. Especially with this Ten of Swords being here. There's someone here who needs healing. There's some type of devastation someone could have recently went through, an end of a relationship, a breakup, a divorce, an end of a business, maybe job failure in some sort, financial failure of some sort. Someone could have lost someone very close to them in their life. And I feel like someone going through this process has not done much healing dealing with this. And so as love is coming in, there could be someone here who may feel like they're not ready for it. I almost see with the Chariot here, there's someone here who's ready for forward movement. Yes, there may be some obstacles. Things may not be perfect between you two, or things might not be perfect in life, but this person is very motivated and determined to get things off the ground and running. And we have someone else here who may be going through this. So it's like, there's not much we can do because I still have a lot of healing to do. Nonetheless, you also have the Empress here, which shows that this connection has room for growth. Okay. So it may not be where it's supposed to be right now. Maybe all that someone is really offering is love. And with the Empress energy, this is wifey energy. Someone could be looking for stability. Someone could be looking for financial security. Someone could be looking for something else that someone's not bringing to the table. The way to unlock that is healing. Okay. So what I'm seeing here for you, Leo, is that you are the Nine of Pentacles. And that just shows me that you have really gained a level of independence. You have a lot of independence here. You're learning how to become more independent. You also have afforded yourself greater things in life. So when you look around and you see your surroundings, your home, your assets, your bank account, you're really pleased with what you have grown for yourself all by yourself. This is a very self-made energy where no one gave you a handout, okay? And someone here is really used to their singlehood, their freedom, their free will, their autonomy. And it's going to be really hard for this person to commit to something unless they feel like someone's bringing something to the table. So love may not be enough. Okay, for whoever I'm speaking of, love just may not be enough at this time. All right. But I also feel like someone needs to heal to be able to accept love as well. All right. So let's talk about the Chariot here. Someone's ready for forward movement. Someone has very determined action that they want to take towards you, or maybe you towards them. Someone could be very strategic about this. They know someone is really hot to handle, or they know someone is just not easy. So someone knows that they have to come with a lot of strategy. Also feel like there could be a lot of excuses, right? Someone could be making a lot of excuses, which is not excuse. The Ten of Swords is very harsh. So, you know, this is real life, but it's almost like when you're playing chess and like someone thinks that they made this move and it's game over. And then the opponent is like, well, you thought, checkmate, you know? So it's almost like that. Like whatever excuse someone makes about being open to love or moving forward in love, someone always has some type of answer or solution to that. Chariot, okay? Clarify the Chariot here. Someone always comes back with some type of surprising resolution. And it's like, okay, that's kind of annoying. Tell me about the Chariot. What is the Chariot here? Check. What's the Chariot for my Leos here? Nine of Pentacles. Again, I'm talking to someone who's been single and loving their singlehood. I love my own autonomy. I love to wake up in my own routine. I love just cooking for myself. I love going to bed, you know, throwing off my bra. Don't have to worry about anybody FaceTiming me at night. I can take my makeup off early. If it's a masculine energy I'm speaking to, you know, I love just, you know, being in my man cave. I don't really have to like, you know, spruce up around here. I can just do my own thing. I don't have to worry about a person coming over or having to dote on a feminine right now. Someone loves their own autonomy and they're very self-made as well. So it takes a lot to take this person into a union, okay? And that's a Chariot. Whoever this is that's used to their own autonomy, their own free will, this person who is the hermit, who's used to being alone, who really enjoys their solitude. they're being taken for a loop here with the Fool. Okay, they're being given some type of new beginning, new direction. There's a new individual coming into their life, and it's very unusual for them. It's not their normal routine to try to include someone into their life or their lifestyle. But no matter what, even when this person rejects this other person who's coming towards you, or you them, there's someone here who always has a solution. No matter what someone puts up, no matter what wall someone puts up, someone always has a solution to break it down. And it could be love. Like this person leads with a lot of love, nurturing energy, caring energy. Tell me about the Chariots. You can't outsmart this person, Leo. Okay. So I don't know what that means. Like, or they can't outsmart you. Like, you could be saying you need to stay 10 feet. I don't want love right now, but someone keeps coming back and showing you why you do. Or they're just really good at like whatever excuse you make up to solve that excuse. All right. So let's see. Tell me about the Chariot. You had a Death card. All right. Someone's going through a transformation. All right, Scorpio energy. Someone could be going through rebirth as well. So they're adopting a new identity that they just don't even feel comfortable in. They're feeling acclimated in their solitude, but their life could be going through some type of transformation from solitude to union. It's very uncomfortable for whoever this person is. They could have a fear of intimacy, fear of people coming close to them. But unknowingly, this person also is attracting a great love. All right. It's not like they're chasing love. They're attracting a great love. Okay. So I do see that this, because someone could be going through a devastating ending, or someone's feeling very depressed or hurt or down and out, they also could bring a very abrupt ending to whatever this love situation is. There could be an abrupt ending. Someone could be breaking up with someone. Someone could be leaving someone behind. Someone could be blocking someone here. Say about the Ten of Swords. Hierophant. Someone's not ready to jump into a heavy commitment. It could have been a heavy commitment that broke someone. So it's like, I don't want to do that anytime soon. All right. So that's what I'm seeing here. Could be my feminine with the Queen of Swords, just not really receptive to love right now. Even though this person who's coming towards them could be a true partner. Oops. All right, let's see. What else is here? Okay, this person could be just in their head a lot. In their head a lot, okay? Also, Nine of Swords is like feeling like I don't have answers to questions that I'm asking. So it also could be like this person feels like there's some mind games going on, or they could feel like, you know, they're trying to figure out information, but they're not getting it from this person. So that's another thing. Nine of Swords. Someone could be an insomniac. Someone has trouble sleeping at night as well. There's something like that going on. All right, Hangman. I see a pause in this connection. I see a pause. This pause will allow this masculine to get their finances right or get their career together, something like that. All right. It allows someone to up their reputation, their notoriety. It allows them to change their behavior into a married man, a committed man. It allows someone to get their finances together. All right. We do have the Empress. This connection does have room to grow if someone allows it. It may not be the season right now. There may be a pause before things actually take off. Think about the Empress. Someone gives wifey energy for sure, but they also may not be ready for union. Whoever this wife is, this future wife. Yeah, Two of Cups. There's love coming in, but there's a lot of start and stop. And there's a lot of indecision, overthinking, overanalyzing. Okay, someone also may need to get more stable. Like someone offers love, but like may lack stability right now as well. The Fool. All right, I do see that whoever this is, this Empress, she is going to take a chance. But it comes after like some type of stop, some type of breakup, okay? So like someone puts a stop to this momentum of the connection. It could be very moving really fast, maybe too fast for comfort. Someone puts a stop to it and then it comes back together. All right, with the Two of Cups with the Fool. And I also feel like the second time's a charm. Like, okay, I don't want to really do this. I'm going to stop communicating with you. I'm going to tell you I'm not ready. Then maybe a month passed, and then someone finally is ready to take a leap of faith. All right, so there's a start and stop energy here. I also feel like someone needs to do some healing. There's another person who needs to get their stability up maybe as well, or prove their stability. It could be that this person is stable, but they're leading with so much love that they're not leading with stability, okay? I do see that this will be a go, but at first it's going to stop. That's what I'm seeing here. What else does Leo need to know? Yeah, hermit. I just see blocks in communication. I see someone who really enjoys their alone time, their solitude above everything else. And I also see someone discovering themselves after some type of devastation, after losing someone important in their life, after going through a breakup or a divorce or something like that, after maybe having to change their job abruptly. I feel like someone has to discover their new identity to be able to trust and have faith in their future. So something stops and then it starts again, and then it has more room to grow, and someone is more trusting. All right. So it's also about balance. Okay. Like if this feels unbalanced at first, it's definitely not moving forward. But if someone feels like someone's on their level, they're equal, then they're more open to moving forward with them. And that's just facts. All right, so that's what I have for Leo. So if this is you, Leo, wanting to move forward with someone, there's something that they feel like you're lacking, that they don't feel like is at balance of their standard or their level. And if this is you, Leo, you feel that way about this person. And so that's why forward movement is going to be halted, at least temporarily. All right. Moving forward, let's go to Cancer. All right, give me some messages for my Cancers. Give me some messages for my Cancers, please. Cancer and Cancer placements, Cancer masculines and feminines alike. What do my Cancers need to know at this time? What do my Cancers need to know at this time? Give me some messages, please. What do my Cancers need to know at this time? All right. Let me pull it up so I can read it to you, Cancer. All right, Cancer, you got the card of the World. This is about expansion and opening up. The man in this picture is looking out over a bay above which the beautiful sphere of the earth is rotating. This card is reminding you to expand your vision and contemplate some much broader options. The world is wide, so there's a lot out there to consider. In the modern age of technology, this could specifically be referring to creating or expanding to a more global network through the internet or social marketing. Drawing this card also lets you know that you have unlimited resources available to you, and now is the time to think big. As they say, the world is your oyster, so get ready to, oh, this is crazy. As they say, Cancer, the world is your oyster, so get ready to gobble it up. Why would they say that? Your affirmation for this card, Cancer, is my life expands into boundless horizons with unlimited powerful energy. A world of possibilities is open to me now. That was funny. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and get your messages with the World. I see that you're leveling up. There could be travel, relocation happening for you. I see you traveling to a new height, a new level. You're literally upgrading your lifestyle in a major way. You also could have closed a chapter where you had to learn a tough lesson. Also, look out for global energies, global partnerships, connections, people from different races, backgrounds coming into your life. All right. So the World. All right. Tell me, what does this mean for my Cancers? What do my Cancers need to know at this time? What do my Cancers need to know at this time? Give me some messages, please. What do my Cancers need to know at this time? Four of Cups. Three of Cups. Four of Wands. Wow. Okay. You have the Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck, almost like Sagittarius's reading. Okay. So you may want to watch Sagittarius's reading as well. But Queen of Cups on the bottom of the deck. This is a time for self-love, self-nurturing, self-care. This is a time to be open to your hobbies, your interests, your creative side, your creative sparks. A time for you to start a passion project. Could be time for you to do really creative things, become more beautiful, more handsome, pay attention to your looks. Also with the Queen of Cups, because you do have the Three of Cups here, could be a time that you are indulging more or partaking in libations and drinks, things like that. I definitely see that your lifestyle is getting so much better. I also see that you're making a conscious choice to keep this new upgraded lifestyle private. So you may be not sharing as much as you used to. I get this energy or this vibe that you used to be a very open book in the past, and that didn't serve you well. Whenever you would have things to celebrate, whenever you would reach huge milestones, you would share it with the world, and the world would do what they do best, which is envy you, talk down on your accomplishments, try to make you an example, those type of things. So in this season, in this chapter, as you are experiencing a more luxurious lifestyle, affording yourself more nicer things, you're being intentional to be more private, and I feel like that will serve you really well. You're picking and choosing what to share with the world, with your community, with social media, things like that, because they were not so nice to you in the past. And that's something that I am seeing here. There was a lot of envy, a lot of people wanting to humble you in the past. Okay. All right. So what I'm seeing is that you're coming away from feeling dissatisfied about your life and maybe even rejecting self-sabotaging opportunities to now moving towards collaborations, moving towards uplifting environments, also partying more, celebrating more. You have something to celebrate very soon. All right, especially with the Four of Wands, you definitely have something to celebrate. There's also like energy of marriage or moving in. Okay, so you could be moving in with someone. You could be moving into a new home very soon. Maybe that's something that you're manifesting, or you also could be getting engaged. Okay, I don't know why I'm getting that with this card, but there's an energy of engagements, proposals, things like that. Celebrations, baby showers, engagement parties, weddings, birthdays. There's definitely something to celebrate. I also feel like this year your birthday is going to be very, very nice. So I don't know if last year your birthday could have been very heavy. Maybe you were sad on your birthday last year. Maybe you had some inconveniences on your birthday last year, but this year your birthday is going to be a whole shindig. It's going to be a great time. A lot of people are going to come out and celebrate you. You're going to have your closest friends, your soul family around you. It's going to feel very special. All right. So yeah, you're moving away from dissatisfaction. Life was kind of boring and mundane, and now things are kicking up a notch for you. Tell me about the Four of Cups for Cancer. Hi, Lamont. How are you doing? Thank you. Thank you, Mikkel. All right, tell me about the Four of Cups. We have the Emperor. All right, so the way that you're getting out of being dissatisfied by life is taking it into your own hands. Just like it says, the world is your oyster. Get ready to gobble it up, which is crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, with the Emperor being here, you're becoming a leader, okay? You're definitely becoming a breadwinner here. You could be getting more responsible about yourself, which is making life more fun, because when you're responsible about your day-to-day, your routine, your responsibilities, your bills, your money, you tend to have less stress in life, which makes life more fun and uplifting. When you pay your bills on time, when you have food in your house, when you're on top of your health, when you're adulting in full force, life just becomes much more easier and more fun. So that's what I see happening for you, because you're becoming more responsible more serious about your goals. You're also making progress towards your goals as you're getting more serious about them. You're starting to feel happier and you no longer feel dissatisfied. So I love that for you. That's really major. All right, let's see what else is here for my Cancers. You're starting to embrace being the breadwinner. Before, it could have felt like a burden for you, but now you're embracing it and you're killing it. All right, Page of Wands. You also have good news coming towards you, something to celebrate. This could be a collaboration, a partnership, love, friendship, business success coming towards you. You have something really exciting to endure that's coming towards you very soon. Something that's going to make you feel very confident. Something that could be very passionate for you, could be asking you to be creative. So it's like a fun thing, even if it's for work, it's very fun. And you're going to feel like the star of the show, the main character. So I definitely see why you're celebrating a lot during the season, okay, with the Three of Cups. Let's talk about these celebrations that you're going to be having, Cancer. Tell me about the Three of Cups for my Cancers. I see you living life like frivolously, carefree, without allowing others' opinions to weigh you down. And that also could be a outcome of you being more private as well. It's like if people don't know much, they don't have much to criticize, which keeps you a very happy Cancer, okay? So privacy is your superpower in this chapter or this season. Tell me about the Three of Cups for my Cancers. Ace of Swords, okay. Also, you're going to be in a group environment, and because someone's a little lifted, they're going to be telling you the truth, maybe how they feel about you. And it's a positive truth, okay? How they feel about you, maybe some information that if they weren't in that environment, it would have been gate kept. It's almost like loose lips, okay? Like someone has loose lips, but it's something very positive that someone's sharing with you. Also, like if there's been like gatekeeping, I get this energy of like it was really hard for you to get into certain social circles, and maybe you needed these social circles. Maybe you're a social media influencer. Maybe you're a business owner. Maybe your career requires you to network, and it's been really hard for you to branch off into this social circle. That's happening through some type of party environment. And you're able to have one-on-one conversations with very important people, okay? Whatever that means, but I feel like it's good for your career. It's good for your growth in some way. It helps you to be highlighted or even recognized for your efforts, or even get better work, make more money, something like that. So look out for that. This is a good time to mingle and network, especially at parties, okay? Let's see what else is here. All right, King of Swords. You also are being respected for your voice, being direct, maybe your intellectual property. People are starting to realize about you that you're very wise, you're well-spoken, you're very intelligent, you have intellectual property, even like very, even like views or topics that most people will stay away from, like politics, or, you know, I don't know, something else that could be very controversial. You speaking up about it brings you a lot of success and brings in a community towards you. So this could be a time to like start a podcast, to do speaking or podcast style videos on social media. This is a time for you to express your views, even with people that you may consider highly intelligent, and it could be a little intimidating. I feel like you fit the bill here. This could be your new social circle as well. You could have friends here who are very intelligent, and you guys love to talk about very deep, intense topics, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. All right, that's interesting. And then you have the Four of Wands, something to celebrate. Your home life also could be coming together really nicely. Maybe you're becoming more stable in this home. You're making a house a home. There's also like a lot of events that you'll be invited to. Let's see, what's the Four of Wands? Or maybe someone's celebrating you at an event, like an engagement, baby shower, proposal. I don't know. All right, Chariot. Also, when it comes to what you do for work in your career, your business, you're finding your community. Again, I feel like a social circle is opening up for you that actually helps your forward movement in your career. You can be finding new friends, you're networking with a new group, highly intelligent individuals that you'll be hanging out with regularly. So you're finally being allowed into some type of social circle that really helps your career in a major way. And they become a part of your family as well. So it's like friendship and also career growth. Your career is also becoming very stable. So if that's something that stressed you out about how you made money or making more money or just seeing growth, your career is becoming very stable during this season. And you have the Fool. You're attracted to new energies, like new hobbies, new interests, new people, a new social circle that you're going to get very acclimated with very easily. And it's becoming your new home. So you're changing quite a bit with the Fool. You have a new beginning here, something very fantastic. You have the World. So you already completed an old chapter. Your price is going up, Cancer. That's what I'm getting here with the World. Your price is going up, okay? You're becoming much more elevated than what you have been. And it's all thanks to you. You have learned a lesson. You have pushed yourself to grow. Whatever you did, it's landing you in a very nice space. All right, so that's what I have for my Cancers. Let's move on to Gemini. Stealing my life back. That's real. That's real. That's exactly what it feels like. That's funny. All right, Gemini, this one is for you, for my Geminis and my Gemini placements, Gemini masculines and feminines alike. Let's see what messages Spirit has for you. What does my Gemini need to know at this time? What does Gemini need to know at this time? Give me some messages. What does Gemini need to know at this time? What does Gemini need to know at this time? All right. Let me see what's on the bottom. Interesting. All right, let me pull up the message for you and we'll get right into it, okay? All right, Gemini. You have the card of community. All right, this is the card of connection with kindred spirits. This card shows 3 women celebrating, sharing ideas, and supportive energy. The lights in this picture represent your ever-present spirit community as well. When this card appears upright, it indicates an association of some kind. It may be a casual connection of like-minded people, joining a club or community of some sort, or even a business partnership consisting of 3 or more entities. The time is right to make such new connections and to share intentions, whether they're personal or professional. Networking and community are important parts of the human experience, and the security and sense of connection can be beneficial to all. It's true that when several people join their intentions, it accelerates their power in energetic realm. Receiving this card puts you on notice that the universe is sending some beneficial alliances your way. Like the happy family card, this could also indicate a party or celebration of some kind. And let's see. Your affirmation for this card, Gemini, is I open my life to the wonderful people around me. I am making strong and beneficial connections in both my personal and professional life. Period. All right, so look out for a party scene that you could be involved in. Also look out for people that you may party with, but you guys also meet during day hours to plan, to brainstorm, to work out together, to eat together, to have some type of community. And I feel like it's very special for you right now. And I see you playing a really big part in this community, but you also are going to meet people who unlock something in you. Okay, so definitely friendship it's what it's giving. But a solid core group of friends, which is very special, Gemini, okay? So let's see, what do you need to know right now? Give me some messages for my gemstones. What do my Geminis need to know right now? What do my Geminis need to know right now? What do my Geminis need to know right now? Give me some messages for my gemstones with the community card, which I think is so special. And it's just in time for the summer. So not only are you going to have your turn up crew, You're also going to have your trip crew. You're going to have your work crew. You're going to have your brainstorming crew, your workout crew, all of the above. It's so special. All right, tell me some messages for my gemstones. What do they need to know? All right, we have the Three of Swords, and this is interesting because when I pulled your community card, I seen on the bottom of the deck that we had broken heart. So Three of Swords is here. And you know what's interesting? Even with the Three of Swords, I feel like everyone in this social circle, this group has been hurt in some way. And that could be like the factor that brings you guys together, but it feels like it's unknown. Like you may meet these people in your community, your neighborhood. Now you guys are hanging out all the time. But what you guys don't know is that you guys all have had some type of really severe disappointment recently. And it's so interesting. Like this is something that I don't feel like is out there. It's not made known. Okay. Let's see what else is here. Queen of Swords. Thank you. All right, we also have the Six of Swords. Wow. You and this crew are moving away from disastrous moments, from drama, from chaos to a much more peaceful lifestyle and a light at the end of the tunnel, okay? You could have met these people after you moved, or someone's moving into your community. You guys are going to hit it off so well. You may be meeting their mutuals and you guys become one big gang. That's the wrong word to use, but you understand what I mean, okay? All right. Bottom of the deck, again, we have the Queen of Cups. This came out for Cancer, Sagittarius, and now you, Gemini. So look out for those signs, okay? But yeah, Queen of Cups. This community is teaching you to open your heart up again, maybe to love, maybe to loving yourself more. So you guys could be all working on self-love. All right. So whatever that means, like even going in a gym is self-love, right? Or dieting together is self-love, you know? So like not dieting, like, you know, no one needs to diet unless you feel like it, but eating healthier is what I meant to say. Eating healthy, whole foods, nourishing your body is self-love. So there's something that you and these people will be doing that brings out your creative spark. Could be a hobby or interest that you're getting into because of the influence of the others. Could be also you loving yourself more or engaging in acts that help you to love yourself more. Could be a very nurturing energy around you in this energy. And even with the Queen of Cups, I do see that y'all like to have a little drink or two, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, wind down Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Ain't nothing wrong. All right. I feel like this group is going to help you to come out of your insecurities with the moon. So from that heartbreak that you and also other people have dealt with separately, there's this energy of insecurities. Like, you know, I may have insecurities here, then this person has insecurities there, and this person has insecurities there. And you guys help each other to bring out the best in each other to supersede that or overcome that in a major way. The moon also talks about confusion. So you may meet these group of people when you feel deeply confused about your life path, your purpose, and what you're supposed to do next, okay? The moon also shows that you don't even see the height of this connection. You may feel like it's very casual at first, but then they become your sisters. They become your brothers for life, all right? So it's very, very special. I don't even think you know how special this is. Let's start off with this Three of Swords because there's joint disappointment that happens separately at different times that you and these people can relate to each other about. Let's see what that means for you. Tell me about the Three of Swords. Hold on, guys. Let me take a little sip. All right. Tell me about the Three of Swords for my gemstones. Clarify the Three of Swords here. Justice. I feel like something that's really significant in this connection is that you guys all have had one-sided connections. And this doesn't have to just be love. This could even be family. You know, like you pour all yourself into your family and then you get crumbs. Or this could be work situations. This could be love. This could be past friendships. So that's something that you all have experienced at different times that kind of brings you guys together. Not that you guys are making this the focal point. It's just like, you know, we're coming together for a purpose and there's like divine healing surrounding that. Okay. Like you guys heal each other by being very balanced to each other, balanced friends, balanced, you know, connections, giving and receiving equally. All right. So I think that's cool. Before you met these people, you could have been deeply dissatisfied in your life. Okay. But there's something that you guys are all going to commit to that's going to bring purpose back towards you and to them as well. You know, you're not alone in this. Tell me about the Three of Swords. We have the Hangman. All right. They help you to get unstuck from a disappointing situation. Something, you know, hurt you and it made your momentum stop in some way. Coming together with these people, working towards your shared goals, it brings back momentum. And there's that loving community, knowing that you guys have each other's backs, knowing that you guys are each other's support system. You guys are here to be each other's accountability partners. You guys are here to push each other when you guys catch this wave of momentum. All right. So things are going to start happening really fastly for you as you enter this community. We have the Queen of Swords here. In this friendship, you could be the one who's more reserved. You could be someone who has a lot of depth when it comes to your intellectual property. You could be very intelligent. You could have a lot of knowledge on a vast majority of topics. You also could be a little bit closed off, right? So even if you guys are going out to party and hang out, you know, this person on your side of the crew is like flirting with everybody. This person on the side of the crew, they're just, you know, buying drinks for everyone. You're more so the person who sits back and just watches, you know? All right. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just your personality in the group. Let's see. All right, tell me about the Queen of Swords. The Fool. Even with you being so reserved or even a little detached to friendship or community, I see you not sabotaging this, which is really good. I see that you're going to jump in with both feet. You're going to take a chance, take a risk. It's definitely new for you. You're not used to having such a big social circle of really great friends. So it's definitely new for you. Or this could even be neighbors. Like you move to a new community and your neighbors are so cool. They're so down to earth. They end up being people that you hang out with every weekend. You guys have barbecues at each other's homes. Like something so special about this. But I see that even if you do have a little bit of a detachment to friendship, to community, you're not going to self-sabotage this opportunity. You're going to jump in with both feet. It's very innocent and new for you. But there's something about also you're changing your identity. So you won't be this closed off person for long. Seven of Swords. You may come in, you know, kind of like a little stealth-like at first because you're trying to see what everyone's intentions are. But over time, you will see that they have your best interests and you will let your guard down, okay? There's a lot of truth telling in this group. Oh my God, guys, sorry about the ding. There's a lot of truth telling in this group, okay? There's a lot of like being open, honest, and vulnerable with each other. Y'all get down to the nitty gritty for sure, okay? And what I see as well is that it's helping you to move towards the light at the end of the tunnel to a more peaceful environment. These are not the type of friends or community that you have to be careful that they're going to influence you in the wrong path. And that's the most important thing. It feels like they influence you to move away from your vices. They influence you to move away from your habits or just even like your doubt, your fear, your imposter syndrome. They help you to move out of that. Okay, so really great influences. Talking about the Six of Swords. All right, Eight of Swords, again, they help you to not self-sabotage. They help you to move out of imposter syndrome. They help you to move out of your fear and your doubts. Eight of Swords, like I just said. And last card for my gemstones with this beautiful community. The Devil, you guys will get very codependent on each other. I see you guys kind of being attached at the hip, hanging out every weekend, being around each other every day. Even if this is like new neighborly neighbors, I see that you guys be at each other's house after work kind of thing. So there's very intense energy here. It could be a very spiritually intense energy between you and these people. But one thing I see that's going to happen, all of your circumstances are going to change. So yes, you guys came into this group maybe disappointed, heartbroken, whatever that may be. But I see that there's going to be a joint turning of the tables where karma is going to be on your side and you guys are going to get very lucky together as a whole. All right. I think that's so cool. I really love that. So that's what I have for you, Gemstone. Let's move on to Taurus. Thank you, Fro Fairy. Thank you. All right, let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, this one is for you. Tell me about my Taurus and Taurus placements. What do they need to know at this time for my Taurus masculines and feminines alike? What do they need to know at this time? Give me some messages for Taurus. What do they need to know at this time? Give me some messages, please. All right. All right, let me go ahead and pull up this message for you and then we'll get right into it. I'm going to be so hungry after this. What time is it? Oh, it's late. Okay. All right. That's not the right one. Where is it? All right, Taurus, you have the Angel of Love coming out for you. This is all about tender connections. This beautiful angel comes with roses in her hair and rose-colored wings. She holds a rose quartz heart, radiating tender and loving vibrations, bringing you compassion and affection. If you're looking for new love, this angel brings a message of its upcoming approach. Or if you're looking for a deeper, more intimate connection with someone already in your life, she's here to say that far greater tenderness is available to you. Either way, remember that your first intention for tenderness must be directed inward, and the compassion that you demonstrate toward yourself will influence the energetic potential of those events in a significant way. The angel of love is smiling on you and forging connections in the energetic realm. Okay. Wow, that's interesting. Let's go ahead and get your affirmation for this card or for this message. Your affirmation, Taurus, is I love and value myself without limitation or condition. Tender, loving treatment comes to me in wonderful and unexpected ways. Okay. All right, so that's your message there. Let's go ahead and jump into the tarot. Let's see what's happening for you. You have love deepening in your already formed connection. If you're single, you have a really, really tender love coming towards you. All right, so let's see what's going on here for my Tauruses. Give me some messages for Taurus in Taurus placements. What do they need to know at this time? What does Taurus need to know at this time? Thank you, Mikkel. All right, let's see. All right, we have the Page of Wands. You have something very exciting coming towards you. Could be a connection. Someone also could be messaging you if you're already in a connection. They could be messaging you with like love, a love message. They could be telling you how they feel about you, what they want with this situation and their intentions. Let's see what else is here. All right, Knight of Swords. Yes, someone is taking inspired action here. They're coming at you very directly. So even if you're single, you won't miss this love. It's coming in hot, and someone is coming in very directly to tell you how they feel about you. All right, you're going to be very excited about this with the Page of Wands. What else is here? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles. Not only is it love, it's also commitment. So someone's coming in, they're choosing you, Taurus, and they're wanting to deepen this connection, not only in their emotions or emotionally, but also like stability wise, security wise, with permanence, with intention for longevity. Okay. So it's really, really interesting. This could be coming at a time where you're feeling exhausted. Okay. So, Nine of Wands, you could be physically exhausted, mentally overdrained, overdriven. This also could be like, you've had enough in love. All right. Even with this card, I see this door and it's locked with the bolt. So maybe you even feel like when it comes to love, you just can't go through anymore. You can't take anymore. This seems to be someone that you know. I feel that way because the Knight of Swords usually is coming in to save something at the last minute. So someone may also feel energetically that you're closing off to love, and they're wanting to tell you exactly how they feel. And they're coming in with commitment, or even their behavior, their actions are changing so much from what you're used to. All right, let's talk about this message that someone's sending to you. Tell me about the Page of Wands. Tell me about this message coming towards Taurus. This message of love. Tell me about this message. Queen of Pentacles. What else? And the Emperor. Woo. Wow. Okay. Someone is definitely thinking about who else is out there that wants Taurus. And I know that if I wait, I'm going to miss out on Taurus. Okay. So that's someone's thoughts, because we have the Five of Wands here. So someone's wanting to stand out from the rest. Little do they know, you're not even like looking at options at all. You could be reflecting a lot and feeling exhausted from life, overdrained. Love has exhausted you. You could be doing a lot of reflection by the time that this person is reaching out to you. And it could be shocking you, okay? With the Tower, you're shocked to hear from them. You're shocked that they're even expressing themselves in this way. I feel like this person, they speak about who you are to them or how they value you, because we have the Emperor here and we have the Queen of Pentacles. So if you're a feminine Taurus and this person's coming towards you, they're clearly going to say that they see you as wifey energy. They're going to see that they're going to say that they see marriage potential with you, that you deserve more, because the Queen of Pentacles has standards, or she has a lot of value. So they could say something like, you deserved more from me, or you deserve more, and I'm wanting to give that to you. They may talk about your capabilities, like, you bring a lot of value to the table. You bring a lot to the table just by maybe your mindset, your behavior, how you your reputation, how you hold yourself, also maybe your career, or how abundant that you are. All right. They could also be telling you that you would make a great mother, or if you're already a mother, they admire your motherhood, something like that. If you're a masculine Taurus, this person could be coming towards you and saying that they see you as a leader. They like your leadership skills. They like how they can be inspired by you, that they look up to you. They can follow your direction. They may say that they understood that you were serious about them, and maybe they took that for granted. They may say that you have your shit together, outside of other men. Maybe other men just are not very responsible and they like how you hold your shit down. They also may say that there's something about you being serious before and someone disregarded that or just overlooked that, okay? Nonetheless, this person's coming, taking accountability and responsibility for their actions, and they're also making a big message of your value to them. And I feel like that will make you smile, or you'll be very excited to hear this news from them. This person's wanting to save something that could have been a missed opportunity. All right. And they're taking direct action. They're definitely reaching out to you. They're wanting to speak to you. They're going to be very blunt and direct. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm a little tired. But yes, clarify the Knight of Swords. This person notices your worth and they know that you're a great catch. They want to, they want to claim you before anyone else does. They know your value, okay? They know that you're not easy to come by. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Magician. Magician in love is someone actively pursuing you. They put their intentions out there, they're manifesting you, and they're also taking action to pursue that, to make that a dream come true. This is someone that in the past, they could have self sabotaged a ton. This is someone in the past that was trying to control the outcome, the narrative, okay, because they were afraid. This is someone who had a lot of fear about coming towards you or starting something with you. They could have not trusted themselves. And there's just this big energy of self sabotage. But now they're ready to turn that leaf. Now they're taking more action than they ever did before. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. I feel like this person's coming towards you more reliable or dependable. They're coming towards you wanting to be a true partner. They're coming towards you on the same page, finally, okay? It does feel like it's the right season for you guys to partake with the Two of Cups. And what's the Ace of Pentacles? It feels like this person's not only coming in with love or emotion for you, they're also coming in with some type of level of commitment, the next level of commitment. They're offering you commitment with the Ace of Pentacles here. All right, clarify the Ace of Pentacles. The Moon. This was something that someone had a big fear or insecurity about in the past. Even if you and this person had a really deep, intense relationship, it scared them. It scared them shitless, okay? I'm not going to lie. Now they feel like they feel confident. Now they want to move past their fears. Even if they're a little bit afraid of commitment, they still want to go for it. All right? They still want to go for it. This person doesn't want to stay stuck or stagnant and miss out on a really grand opportunity with you, okay? So they're kind of like pushing themselves into the deep end. They're not wanting to stay stagnant and then have a woulda, shoulda, coulda moment, okay? They don't want to wake up one day, check your Facebook, and now you change your status from single to married. They don't want that. All right, what's the Ace of Pentacles? Yeah, justice. They're coming in with accountability. They're coming in with the truth. They could be telling you the truth about maybe their insecurities, how they felt in the past. And they also are coming in, oh my God, there's a gnat in here. Bitch. Sorry. They're also coming in with wanting to have a balanced connection. Now, finally, wanting to give you a balanced connection in this relationship. So that's really good. All right. So I see you being very pleased. This could also be someone that you could consider your dream partner. Like you really wanted things to get off the ground, but it just could have been the wrong timing. They weren't ready for you in the past. With this Nine of Cups, I see you feeling very spoiled by the universe that you got the outcome that you deserved. All right, so there's a new beginning in love between you and this person, so look out for that. All right, pretty good. Let's keep it pushing. I feel like there's some old fruit downstairs that I need to throw away. And I will do that after this reading because I do not want the gnats. That's one thing about when winter is like over with and we're moving to spring and then almost to summer, the flies come out. And I hate that. I hate that so much. All right, let's move on to Aries. Give me some messages for my Aries. Give me some messages for my Aries, please. Give me some messages for my Aries and my Aries placements, Aries masculines and feminines alike. What do they need to know at this time? What do my Aries need to know at this time? Give me some messages, please. What do my Aries need to know at this time? All right. Who did this come out for? I forget who this came out for. All right. All right. Let's move forward. Sorry. Let me pull up your message, Aries, and then we'll jump right in. This is number 14. Okay. Aries, you got the card of caring connections. Okay. You got the card of caring connections. This talks about friendship, partnership of two, and possible love. This card shows a couple in a tender embrace with the woman holding the blossoms of new love. Like the community card, this reveals a caring connection, but usually between two people only. This card upright signals the beginning or deepening of a kindred spirit friendship or even the appearance of new love. It can also signify a formal business relationship. When this card appears, be on the lookout for new connections presenting themselves. The relationships you already share may become more intimate and purposeful, present at this time. Notice the opportunities to forge new or deeper bonds. There may be a tender karmic connection at hand. And your affirmation for this card, Aries, is I open my heart and life to truly caring connections. The ideal friend and partner is coming to me now. All right. So obviously you have new love, or if you're already dealing with someone, I feel like you guys are having a restart or like a fresh start in love, or just a new beginning, a very deep new beginning with each other. Okay. So let's see what that means. Give me some messages for my Aries. What do they need to know right now? What do my Aries need to know at this time? What do my Aries need to know at this time? Give me some messages for Aries. What do my Aries need to know at this time, spirits? For my Aries and Aries placements, Aries masculines and feminines alike, what do they need to know at this time? Okay, wow. All right, so there was a situation that you were dealing with here. We have the devil, so maybe it started off a little toxic. It also could have moved really, really fast because it was very intense sexually, intense with a lot of death, emotionally. The bond that you guys had could have been very intense. Okay, there could have been a level of codependency that you weren't used to, that you dealt with this person. There could have been a energy of an obsession, infatuation. All right. So things really got hot and heavy between you and this person very quickly. But what I see that happened between you two is the hangman. Something was a start and stop situation. Just as fast as it opened up, as deep as it went, is also as quickly as it ended, or it could have came to a halt for whatever reason. There could have been distance between you and this person. Maybe someone didn't know whether they wanted to move forward with you. Okay, they didn't know if they were ready to commit. They weren't ready for the next level of commitment. Maybe this got too intense for them over some time. But what I see happening between you and this person is the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of luck, there's a lot of change, there's a lot of fortune, there's a lot of positive situations that are to come between you and this person. And the wheel is definitely changing or turning. So instead of being stuck as it has been, I see a lot of forward movement. Instead of being maybe toxic, codependent, I see a lot of independence, freedom, but also a very grounded love. Okay. And I see a very positive outcome between you and this person with the sun. Maybe what had to happen between you and them is the hermit. So maybe you guys had to go in isolation, cut off communication, take a little break from each other, go within. And there could have been a great level of self discovery that you and this person had to partake in before this opened back up for you. Okay. But now I see that there's going to be a big change between you and this person. Let's talk about the devil coming out first. Clarify the devil for Aries in this connection. Clarify the devil. Clarify the devil, please. All right, we have the Emperor. I definitely feel like you and this person had a very irresponsible run. Like, I don't know what that means for you. It's going to be different for everybody, but there could have been a time where you guys were not on top of your goals, or you weren't on top of your bills, or you weren't on top of your responsibilities, like the things that you need to be on track of every month could have went or slipped between your fingers as you guys were really codependent on each other. Okay. So that's something that could be changing now. Now I see like two people are getting their shit together. I see two people who are becoming breadwinners or leaders. I see two people here who are getting more serious about their goals, their responsibilities. But I definitely feel like in the past, it was a big challenge in this connection. Okay. So that's something that you can expect to change between you two. What else is here? What else can you tell me about the devil? All right, we have the magician. It was really hard for you and this person to manifest in some type of like toxic environment. It also could have been, again, codependency. So, not enough time to separate and focus on your own singular goals. And I feel like there also could have been a depletion of resources. So, if you got into this connection and you had a great savings, that could have depleted maybe having a really lit summer with this person. Okay. Like that's just an example. But again, I see this changing. So your manifestation capabilities are changing. You and this person will be able to manifest a great deal of possibilities in today's time because you guys both had to choose a different vibration. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. And I feel like you guys are really stepping it up and getting really serious about your legacy that you're building, your goals, your business, your career, your finances, especially. And it's going to change this connection for the better because I do see reconciliation, but this time I see two people reconciliating or reconciling. Sorry, y'all, I'm a little tired. Reconciling on much greater circumstances. Okay. And we have the hangman. There had to be a change of mindset, change of perception. Someone here really had to change how they think or how they view the world. And because someone has now bended from their mindset that may have been harming them, setting them back, it allows for a lot of forward movement between you two. All right, tell me about the hangman. Yeah, the Hierophant as well. Someone is taking a more traditional course of their life. Okay, they're doing things by the book now, which may keep them in order. I feel like someone's more in order these days. Someone's doing things by the principle, by the book. Someone also could have needed guidance. So they had to go through some type of mentorship. Maybe they had to get a lot of guidance from their parents, from their elders, from an older sibling. All right. Someone took that knowledge and really grown a lot, became way more mature. It also shows that someone had to get themselves ready for marriage potential. So if that's something that you always thought you could have with this person, I feel like someone has changed their mindset about that in a positive way. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles. When you and this person reconnect, which is happening very soon, I feel like this person has gotten their life together. They are definitely way more independent than you guys were in the past. And there's something about how their lifestyle has increased in a major way. They're holding down the fort all on their own. Now, I do see that this person has gotten very used to their independence. So that's going to be very interesting to navigate as you guys are coming together. But there's something how this person has matured a lot since maybe the last time you guys were in a relationship. And as you guys are coming together, this really helps to fund the longevity of this relationship this time around. Someone has moved out of imposter syndrome, from self sabotage, and now they're ready to really forge their own independence. They're no longer codependent, that type of thing. It could be both of you, actually. All right. So it feels like someone's able to move towards you with better intentions. And how is this changing for the better? Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune. How is this changing? The Fool. There's an innocence between you and this person, which is very healthy because with that devil energy of the past, it was hard to move forward in this connection because there could have been a lot of bad habits, bad vices, could have been a lot of obsession, infatuation, codependency. Now you guys have this innocence, almost like turning a new page where you guys are not going to repeat those same patterns anymore. You guys are definitely two different people. There could be a new identity that someone has that's going to be much more healthier for this relationship. All right. Someone has walked away from things that no longer serve them. They no longer feel emotionally tied to those things. And so I just feel like someone's grown a lot. Someone's had a lot of growth. Someone's matured a lot since the last time. And we have the Three of Wands here. So what you can expect from you and this person is growth and expansion. You guys are navigating this course to move ahead to a more beautiful lifestyle, a beautiful relationship. Things are opening up. More possibilities are opening up. There's some type of level up that's happening for you. And this person's coming towards you very soon, or you guys are getting together very soon, because Three of Wands is the card of foresight, something that's right around the corner. All right. So it took like distance or solitude for you and this person to probably get your things together separately and learn independence. And as you guys come together, you no longer will have this codependent, very deep attachment type of relationship. It'll be like two people who enjoy their freedom, but also choose each other. Very, very healthy. All right. So I see a lot of forward movement. You could even be preparing yourself for marriage, or if this is someone that you were married to, you guys are able to move forward in your marriage in a very healthy, beautiful way. All right. So that's what I have for you, Aries. Guys, thank you so much for joining me during this live. I appreciate you. If you would like the video before you go, that would mean a lot to me. Stay tuned this week because I will be doing more readings, more lives for you this week. I feel like I finally have the time to. Comment if you feel called to comment. Comment your signs timestamp if you feel called to as well. And thank you for that. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great night. I will see you guys very soon in the next one. All right.